about comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote the
All
script.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 347. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
Yay! It's old school tonight. Old school. So, just us three tonight.
So old school. We tore
Not-
the school down.
Not as
Semi old school, not really old school.
well. If it was true old school, it would be Jeff and I, and that's it.
That's right. That's right.
But we got Brad from Cinema Guys might be stopping by in a bit to accept his defeat in the Twitter poll of the week. Might be Twitter poll of the year, to be honest with you. It was getting crazy. It was getting crazy out there. For the favorite 1980s toy line. It was crazy. It was between G.I. Joe and Mask. And it was interesting. But we'll get to that later. Brian's a little bit under the weather, so intern is out this week. So the outline may be goofy. I don't know. And
He's got the Rona.
that's right. And by Rona, you mean get on. No, that's not it. Never mind. That's not the song. Get on it. No, that was it.
No, I don't know what that is.
No.
I have
never
no
mind.
idea what that is.
Anyway,
If you don't want the Rona, keep your broke ass home.
speaking of that, Steve and Izzy will be stopping by next week. So there you go. So I will say the exciting news this week is that my hair is the longest it's been in years. I actually have little hair. I keep forgetting to get.
Are you growing an evil man goatee?
No, it's just a goatee.
Are you growing it long enough so you can put a rubber band in it?
That would be cool.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I keep trying to get my wife to let me shave my goatee, and she won't. So she's like, "No, you can't." And she keeps trying.
She needs to cover up as much of your face as possible.
Maybe that's I wear a mask. So,
Yeah, but that comes off.
it does, just like my pants.
Get a mask that has a goatee on it.
Ooh.
And then you can just put that on when.
I might do that. I will say the one thing about masks, people wearing masks, is that they're getting clever on some of the masks they wear. I saw today one of the guys I'm friends with on Facebook, he's a big scary movie guy, and he has a Frankenstein monster mask on. Like, it's just a mask, and it's just a big monster with his arms coming out like his mouth. So,
I think the best one I've seen is the Arnold Schwarzenegger mask.
which one's that?
When he's got his mouth wide open, he's like, "Get out! Take my hand!
Go to the chopper.
Get to the chopper!"
I'm sorry.
It's not
I
a
saw a whole family wearing Schwarzenegger big mouth masks, and it was scary.
That's awesome. WWE has a couple of good ones. They have the Bray Wyatt Fiend mask. And
that.
Shut it, Jeff. Shut it.
Well, I'm just saying. And you think Blake would know what that means?
No, he wouldn't. Never mind. I did see DC. I think DC Comics is selling the Joker face mask, like the grin.
I've seen those.
That would be kind of cool. WWE also has the Kane mask too, Jeff. Okay, is that better?
Not really.
Well, no, but at least you know it.
What if they did a fabulous moolah mask.
That'd be cool.
She's
Or
had a
Hulk
story
Hogan.
history.
She
Or Hulk
holds
Hogan.
all the records.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out about Moolah that's not so good lately.
No,
Yeah,
no
I
holds
saw
all
the
records.
Vice. I saw the Vice documentary about.
Oh
it.
yeah, it was not good. So, but yeah, so there you go, guys.
Well, it's kind of 50-50 though. Actually,
It-
you know, there are some people that really are upset with her, and there's some other people that are really saying, you know, she's the reason why. You know, it's two-sided. They're like,
It is.
she's the reason why women's wrestling took so long to become popular. And then the other people are like, oh, she's the reason why women's wrestling eventually became popular. And I'm like, okay, so I have no opinion. Thank you.
well, wait a minute, Blake. You're saying that it's not just black and white. There's shades of gray in issues.
I'm so confused.
I don't.
That's a good monkey song.
You know, I probably should go to social media and see what they tell me to think.
I think you should go on social media and ask people you're debating on who to vote for the election, and just ask what their thoughts are. Like Jim did it 4 years ago. It worked out well.
Oh my God. Did you guys see the Ryan Long YouTube video I sent you? The never Trump and always Trump
Yes. The two sides.
lovers? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sad part is I have friends that are on either sides of those things, and we have friends that we know that are on both sides of that. And I just sit there and I go, I can't fathom defining my life by that bullshit. Either way,
I've hidden a lot of friends in Facebook lately. I just can't.
I've snoozed posts. Yeah. Yes, I've snoozed several people for 30 days, and some have been on 30-day cycles continually.
Yeah, some have been on a snooze 300 days. I'll be honest.
360 days.
Now all I get is ads for like pretzels that you can order by mail, and wrestling tees. That's all I get on my Facebook feeds anymore.
Some people have been on snooze for 1,060 days. And probably will be until November.
I will say the greatest thing that's happened with this quarantine, and not that there's many silver linings, but the one silver lining is that I don't have to watch either the Republican or the Democratic convention on TV. So it's
You never
great.
had to watch them before.
I know, but there's a lot of talk about now that it's all virtual and that. It's wonderful. I love it.
But so you're not going to watch them now that they're virtual?
Nope.
Like,
Nope.
because
I hear the great cures from insomnia.
Are they on? Are they on network TV?
I have no clue.
Yes, I saw it
I
on,
assume they would be.
when I was looking for my CW Seinfeld episodes at 10 and 10:30. I did notice that there was the convention going until 11 on one of the main network channels.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Well, of course, CNN, MSNBC, Commie, all those people have that going on.
Did you say commie? I would like to see that. The commie network. All
No,
commie.
MSNB, Commie.
All commie news all day. Well,
I thought he was
Cuba-
talking about Comedy Central.
No.
Comedy Central?
Well,
No.
in commie news, we have Cuba. Yay.
We have
Yeah.
China.
Oh, China, yeah. Like
I vote for China. Oh, wait, I can't.
Nope.
Say yes.
I voted for Kang.
I vote for the Grand Masters of the world.
This week,
When they take over, I'll be one of the favored people.
anybody drinking any beer this week?
Nope.
No.
I am. Why do I have that background on my screen? That wasn't
Because
supposed
that's
to
what you
happen.
put up.
Nope. I
I'm
didn't.
drinking Perrier. Is that cool?
I've never had it. Let's see here. There we go. That's a lot better. There we go.
Otherwise known as bullshit water.
I have for $16 a bottle. Is that what it is, Blake?
They were on sale at Kroger.
Oh,
$14 a bottle.
14.
Yeah, I think I got $1 off if I bought 20.
I got Municipal Brew
you're
Works.
using that Kroger math.
Municipal Brew
Oh,
Works.
they used to be our beer sponsor.
They still do. This may or may not have been free. Anyways, so Approachable Blonde. If you're in Cincinnati, Ohio, go to Hamilton, Ohio. Go into Hamilton if you're in Cincinnati. Go to Hamilton, Ohio, to the old fire station. It's a big brewery, or it's a small brewery that's really taken off, and they're going to be in a lot of places soon. So It's great. I took my 3 kids up there because my wife was working Saturday. I took my kids up there.
Took your 3 kids to the bar.
Yep.
That sounds so Cincinnati to do.
I took them up at noon, so it was early. But no, I took them up because they have a crab and lobster truck up there that's been pretty well known throughout the city.
I hadn't heard that one.
I
might have to.
You know what, Jeff? I actually was going to tag you on that, and I was going to see if you wanted to go Saturday. I thought, nah, Jeff won't want to go, and I was like, I should have just done it. I apologize.
You should have.
I apologize, Jeff.
I didn't do anything on Saturday.
Well, we got up there, and it was a really good food truck. I got crab roll and nice little bread. My 4-year-old ate potato chips. He didn't want anything to do with it. My daughter got lobster mac and cheese, and then my son, my 10-year-old, has slowly tried seafood once in a while. He tried crab roll for the first time. He tried crab, and he loved it. So, but yeah. So, and I was going to try to go for the lobster sandwich, but that was $18, and I said nope. I'll go back to the crab. I know you're going to pay more on a food truck, but
yeah, $18 for a sandwich is a lot.
Yeah. So
yeah. But at least the meat and everything's already broken out for you. You know,
true.
The only time it's worthwhile of cracking open any of those crustaceans is, you know, when you got like Alaskan king crab legs, where you actually like crack legs open and there's actually like meat in there for consumption. And like you get like a Maryland blue crab and shit. And I'm like, you know what? Just give me a mallet and I'll smash the whole damn thing. Just make it into a crab roll or crab cake for me. That's too much work.
Yes, I agree. A lot of the crab it's not worth all the effort to get it out, but there's a big crab legs. They're easy
Alaskan
enough to
king crab. It's worth your time, but anything else other than that, it's, you know, you spend 15 minutes trying to pull out this little piece of meat that you can pick your teeth with.
I will say I was pretty happy, though, because the brewery is always good to us, and it's always a good place. They now start doing seltzers, like hard seltzers.
Ooh.
Oh,
like Perrier?
Yeah, they're
taking on the White Claw.
They got about 10 different flavors, and I had
hard seltzer.
Hard seltzer, yes, not the regular seltzer,
not bullshit water,
not the stuff that comes out of a clown's flower, not that.
Okay,
all
right.
But it was I had the black raspberry, so damn good. So there you go. But yeah, it was a good time though. So and then I loaded
Did it
up
also
on,
make you feel pretty?
I loaded up. Well, no, it did not. Thanks, Blake. But I did load up on some 6-packs. They don't do growlers right now because of COVID, but they do crowlers, which is like the 32-ounce cans. So I got a couple of those. There was a watermelon one, not very watermelon-y, so it was very good. It's not too fruity. And
there's a watermelon one that doesn't taste like watermelon.
No. It tastes like it tastes like watermelon. But the good news is though, if you buy it. Proceeds go to a fund for a fireman's family that passed away a couple years ago in a fire. So it's a good thing. They do a limited run, so I bought one of those. And
the family passed away, or the fireman passed away?
The fireman passed away. I'm sorry, during a fire. Okay. He was fighting a fire. So
and it's going to his family. Okay.
Yeah, so 2017. So I did that. So it was good.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
So they did a good job with that. So. Just, you know, they didn't pay anything for this. They didn't, you know, I just give a little plug because I like local breweries and I love municipal. So I keep trying to get them to come closer to us. So, but it's not too bad.
How about you just move closer to them?
It's not bad. It's only about a 23-minute ride. So that's not horrible for us, for me.
So you said one of the things they had was called Approachable Blonde.
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking now. Approachable Blonde.
Is that on the can, does it say, yes, you can grab my can?
Oh.
Do they have a dirty blonde selection as well? I could have a lot of fun with the blonde selection there. We could even make it unisexual. We can make it male and female.
Get out.
And Z-mail.
Get out, Blake.
And email?
Z-mail.
Have you guys watched anything this week? Let's get caught up on
Let's see. Have I watched anything? I don't think I did.
Really?
Baseball.
Oh, wait, I did. I was watching some hockey. That's turning into disappointing. And I did
Columbus
watch
isn't
the
looking good.
finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, how was that?
It was okay. I mean, the last season was fun, but it kind of wasn't the same show that it started out as. So
That may not be a bad thing.
well, it kind of feels like they just the whole MCU just kind of forgot they existed, and they forgot they were part of the MCU, so they just did their own thing over here. Where I did like early on how, things that happened in the movies affected what happened in the show.
I'll be honest, Marvel probably didn't even know that it was still on the air. So
I don't think they did.
Wait, we got a TV show? I did hear about the Coulson Academy. That was kind of nice. I like that. So
Training new Shield members. Oh, wait, no.
Was Quake better than she was in the first 3 seasons?
I kind of liked her in the first 3 seasons.
Okay, I was just asking.
Well, she was Quake in the first 3 seasons, so there's that.
Was that guy that turned the bad guy the good guy that turned into a bad guy? Was he back in it still?
No, they killed him off several years ago.
Oh, thank God! I loved the twist, but then they kept bringing him back, and I was bored with it. So
they brought him back as a bad guy, and then eventually, well, he was kind of killed and possessed by some alien. But then when they killed that alien thing, then he hadn't come back.
Okay, I was just wondering. Okay, I watched Friends with Kids. It's a 2012 movie. It had Adam Scott in it. It had Kristen Wiig in a small role, John Hamm in a small role. It had Ed Burns in it. And now I'm forgetting who wrote and starred in it. It was a female. It was really good. It's about basically these friends, 6 friends. 4 of them were.
And they have kids.
Yeah, and they have kids. But it's funny, like how their relationships start, like how when they were all single and getting together, and then it changes.
It was like the TV show Friends.
Better. You didn't want to kill half the cast.
Okay.
But it was good. It's interesting. It was we saw it on Amazon. My wife and I, we were just looking for a movie, and I saw that. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, and it was funny. Adam Scott was good in it. It was like it was somewhat romantic, but not really. Like it was pretty realistic. You have the one family, the one husband and wife that got married, or the one man and wife or woman got married, and they had kids, and they have 2 kids, and they're just like pulling their hair out. You can just tell, and it's realistic. Then you got like John Hamm and Kristen Wiig. They get married, and they have a kid, and he just becomes an alcoholic. He doesn't want the kid. She
well, who does?
She's exhausted, and then they have a really bad marriage. And then you got the other 2, Adam Scott and the other one. They were just friends. They never got together. But then they decide to have a kid because they both want a kid, but they don't want marriage or anything. And they're not really attracted to each other, so they get a kid. And then they go parent in apartments right next to each other. And it worked. Like, the show worked. I was kind of surprised by it. So that's my thing. Blake, you watch anything?
No, I've been doing a lot of reading. I finished Time of the Twins.
What is that?
And the Legends trilogy for Dragonlance. Okay. But I did watch 2 episodes of the Epstein documentary on Netflix.
Oh. Did you take a shower afterwards?
No, it is pretty depressing, but just the first 2 episodes where they're building the case against him in Florida, you're just like, what the fuck, man? It's like, how in the hell do you get away with doing that sick shit for so many years?
Money.
And not get busted? I mean, it's insane. I mean, fucking,
money.
Can you imagine, the police, I guess that they're talking to the chief of police there at the time, and the lead investigator, I guess that's in the documentary, he passed away. allegedly. I don't know the story behind that, but I'm like, well, based on everything else, it probably was,
Was he a car?
premature.
I think his was a car accident, and I'm not 100% sure, but I thought I read that when I went down the rabbit hole. His was a car accident. I believe so. So there you go.
So, yeah, there you go. I mean, all right.
Did you
but
like...
Again, hey, Bill Clinton speaking tonight, so maybe he'll shed some light on the whole Epstein thing for everybody.
Allegedly. Did you like
but seriously, it's depressing. I don't even know if I want to watch the next two. Is it because there's 4 episodes, right?
There's 4 episodes.
Yeah.
It's sad to see, how many hundreds of women he did this to. And
women. Let's go back.
Girls.
Teenagers.
Girls.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rephrase that. They're women now.
Sorry, 16 to 18. Yeah.
Holy shit! The one attorney that was down there.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, this is the tree that we started.
Yes.
And we stopped here because it was just too big.
It was too big of a. We didn't have enough poster board, basically.
It was too big of a tree of, and it was pretty sick. I mean, they're good at profiling. They were good at bringing them in. They were good at paying them and keeping them quiet, and they're good at getting them to recruit for them. And it's just like. Man, it's unbelievable.
I think the chief of the police chief, the ex-police chief, who's no longer there. Shocking. They got rid of him because he was trying to, charge him. It was either him or the attorney for the victims. They said this was the biggest. He's never seen a pyramid scam with sex trafficking. That's how it basically became. It was a pyramid scheme with sex trafficking, and it was just. And oh my god,
he leaves at the end of the second episode, and the. I'm wondering what happened to the FBI investigator, the one female investigator who was doing a really good job. Yep. And then they came in and I forget what they were talking about. There was some kind of meeting, and then all of a sudden, boom, nothing.
Yep.
It was like hard. It was like cold stop, and they're like, "Why? What's going on? Why all of a sudden are you not, cooperating with us?"
With the chief,
case? Yeah.
Watch till the end, Blake, because I want your take next week when you get the ending, because Epstein's attorney is that Dershowitz.
Thought it was Starr.
No. Well, there's another one. An old guy.
Yeah. Okay. Dershowitz. Yeah. Okay. You're talking about the Harvard guy?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Who's in there? Just wait for his response on the one allegation against him. I want you to take a quick look at it, or just just listen to it, rewind it, and listen again, and go, was he involved? Because it was very odd. Let's just say that how he did it. So
yeah,
it is depressing. So
yeah, pretty much so, and they haven't even gotten to Pedo Island yet.
Nope.
Is that what happens in 3 and 4?
Yeah, it keeps getting worse. Keeps getting worse.
Well, so it's kind of interesting. I kind of watched it because it's one of those things that you kind of know about, but you don't really know about.
Correct.
You only see headlines, and all of a sudden the guy kills himself, and you're like, all right, well, heck with that guy. He's rich and he's a dirty bastard.
He didn't kill himself.
Well, yeah, in theory. How convenient! All 3 security guards were unavailable. The security tape malfunctioned.
They get into
that. And then I kind of got into it because I was like, all right, let me get the point of view here, and because Ghislaine Maxwell, they found her, they got her, and so we'll see how this all, because I was like, all right, well, let me see how this works and how it all comes together here.
On a positive note, I watched a documentary short about 40 minutes on Netflix. Just came out, The Speed Cubers. It's about professional Rubik's Cube
solvers.
Yes,
I heard about that.
Actually, you know what? My review of it will be up on nerdly.co.uk tomorrow. Anyways, it's a very fun, enjoyable show, and I was not my wife and I were laughing at it when we saw the trailer, and we're like, well, let's throw it on. It's 40 minutes. It was really good. It's about Felix something that lives in Australia who's like the greatest of all time, like the Tom Brady of Rubik's Cube people.
Of Rubik's Cube solving.
And then they have this guy named Max who's from USA, and he's autistic. He's 17 years old, has a mentality of like a 7 or 8 year old, and basically his parents worked so hard to get him to come out of that shell of autism that once they worked hard, and then they gave him a Rubik's Cube, and it basically they put him in competition, and he just took off, and he's now the best in the world. Like he's just beating every one of this guy's records, world records. They have a 3x3, a 4x4, a 5x5, 6x6, like different sizes of the cubes. They got one-handed. They got feet. You have to do it using your feet. So they get this, and there's a world championship every 2 years. But the Max kid looked up to this Felix guy, and when they met each other, they started becoming friends. And he idolizes Felix guy, and it's always like, don't meet your heroes. This is completely opposite. The guy is, every time Max breaks his record, he calls him directly in person, talks to him. They've become friends, and basically Max has become better and like more open because of this guy. And it's beautiful, like just to watch it. It's like, that's really like they could have played it up as their competitors, which they are, but like they could have taken that route, and instead they're friendly competitors. Like they're both happy for each other. So.
Two things. One, you said he was Australian.
Yes.
So that's why he's not an ass.
Good call.
And two, how much money can you make being a professional Rubik's Cube person?
They never really said.
Terrible documentary. They won't even tell you how much you can make.
But they said you start going down, and I'm getting Brad on here, so Brad might be joining us here soon.
There he is.
There's Brad.
Hello.
Hold on, Brad. I got one last thought. We're talking about Speed Cubers on Netflix about Rubik's Cube. It's a Rubik's Cube documentary.
Okay. I didn't even know that was.
It's good.
Know of those people, but
that's what we were talking about. It's a.
Do they have a world record for taking the pieces out and putting them back together again?
No,
I might hold that record.
I might. Yeah, I was pretty good at that.
But it is interesting because. Just like because they obviously have these algorithms that they have to go through and understand. I mean, it's just geniuses. But like, it was funny because they're showing the World Championships 2019, and they're these podcasters that have a Rubik's Cube podcast, and they're the play-by-play announcers on live streaming this. And I'm like,
sure, why not?
What do you do for a Rubik's Cube podcast?
He's twisted. He's turning. He twisted it again. He's done.
Well, most of them were like 8 seconds or less. So you're like, okay, like in the 3x3. So, but I highly recommend it. My review will be up on nerly.co.uk tomorrow. So there you go. Brad is with us for. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Go ahead, real quick.
Well, you were talking about stuff you saw on Netflix, and it reminded me of a movie I did watch over the weekend.
What's that?
It was What Happened to Monday.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It stars Noomi Rapace, or however you pronounce her name.
Noomi. God, I even knew
the
that.
Noomi part I knew. I wasn't sure about the Rapace, but
Repace.
or if it's Rapace, I don't know.
Rapace.
But it's what do you call it? A dystopian future where the planet is overpopulated, so they pass a one-child-only law, and they become like total Nazis about it. And Glenn Close plays the government lady behind the thing. Well, this one guy's daughter gives birth to 7 quintuplets or septuplets, I suppose it would be.
Noomi Rapace.
And
Good job, Blake.
but then like the mother dies. Thank you. The mother dies in childbirth, so the grandfather raises the 7 children secretly, names them after each day of the week, and then when they're old enough to attempt to go out into the real world, they each get the day they're named after is the day they're allowed to go out, because everybody's tracked electronically or whatnot. So they're each allowed. Well, then one of them doesn't turn up at the end of the day, and it gets in this whole, terrible thing where the evil government is trying to track them down and
What
kill
happened to
them.
Monday?
That's what happened to Monday.
I watched the sequel, Friday, I'm in Love. It was pretty good.
That was not the sequel because I saw the movie.
I was
not
waiting for Blake
in
to like
any
that
way.
There wasn't a movie, Jason. It was a music video.
Oh, is that by the Beatles?
Yes,
Yes, the
Wasn't
goth
Monk-
Beatle. Yes, there you go.
the shitty Beatles.
That is just the Beatles, the shitty ones. Let's see here. Brad is here from the cinema, guys. Brad, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, Jason. I'm a little upset.
Now, why would that be? Why would that be?
The part of the outline we're about ready to get into.
Oh, we had the Twitter poll of the week at Bad Ideas Podcast. We had, this is the final round. See, intern's not here. He had a misspell. The final round of Hobie's best favorite 1980s toy line tournament, which I have to say this last week we had 5 days worth of voting, or 6 days, and I tell you one thing, it got violent, it got dangerous.
I don't know if it got violent, but
Mentally violent. How about that?
Angry.
Did it
Angry.
get Portland violent?
It did not get Portland violent. There was nobody in unmarked van pulling Brad or I aside, so that was good. But
Yeah.
But there was a lot of people that started joining in. We had 134 votes. We had a lot of retweets. We had a lot of responses. We had a lot of complaints. Jeff was in charge of the poll, and he kept tweeting out for G.I. Joe fans to join in. It was getting a little dangerous.
and I kept tweeting out for Mask fans to get on it.
The 6 of them. So it was pretty exciting. So I will say Hobie was impartial because last night they sent out a tweet at like 9:30 asking for Mask fans to join.
For the last few hours. Here, we'll give you a couple hours.
I don't know what happened. So
I'm going to have to submit to the DOJ to look into foreign interference in this election.
Oh, I didn't even look at the results. Oh, G.I. Joe won. Wow. 56.7% to 43.3%. Woo! That's big. Wow.
And that was, I think, the largest span it's been at the end there.
It did.
It was a lot closer most of the week.
Brad
It was because Mask was up at 53% there for a bit, and I was like, "Ooh, this is looking good."
I'll be honest, it was interesting.
And then the people with common sense looked at it and said, how the hell is Mask beating G.I. Joe?
Mask was the 7th seed after beating number 2 My Little Pony, number 3 He-Man, and number 1 Transformers. That's impressive. I'll be honest, I didn't think they were going to beat Transformers.
I didn't either, honestly.
I didn't think they were going to beat My Little Pony.
Cinderella's story died. Gonzaga and it got beat. It was good times though. Brad and I had about 40 personal text messages going back and forth, threatening each other, and it kind of took off on its own. So we did appreciate everyone that voted.
And it went back and forth all week long, and then yesterday G.I. Joe just was like, you know what, enough playing around. The G.I. Joe fans were like, we can't let this happen.
G.I. Joe was tied. It was tied 50-50. 50% each, I'm sorry, up until about 5 o'clock last night, 4 o'clock or so last night.
Yeah.
And then G.I. Joe fans said, like you said, what the fuck? Nope, we're done. Everyone out. Come on, we're going. And then it kind of take off. And it was funny because I was offline. I didn't look at anything for like 4 or 5 hours. And then I turned on my phone and I saw Brad texted me a couple times. I'm like, what the hell happened? I turned on Twitter. I was like, oh, okay, now I feel good. Okay, I'm okay now. I'm okay.
Everything is right in the world for you.
That's right.
So did we get our G.I. Joe Expo buddies to push the poll?
They only have like 12 followers, so I don't think it helped. I tried. Their last tweet was from 2019. So I tried to get the central defense going, but it didn't work. But yeah, so Brad, I would like to give you this second place participation trophy on behalf of Mask. Thank you for accepting it.
Hey, Mask beat My Little Pony, He-Man, and Transformers. So you know what? They had a good run.
They did have a good run.
For a toy line that most people were like, well, I don't even know what this is.
The problem with the Mask guys is the guys were too small.
They were tiny, so they could fit in the cars.
Yeah, well, the other option would be the cars would be too big.
Yeah.
Well, this toy line is the Neo Geo of toys. It's $600 per toy.
It's like, we're trying to fit these G.I. Joes into these Transformers, and it's not working. We'll make our own line.
Just do it small. Is there a lot of demand for Mask anymore? I'm being honest. Like, I see them at the comic expos, the Cincinnati Comic Expo, but...
Well, there recently there hasn't been any talk in over a year, but there was talk of a G.I. Joe Mask movie, like kind of a crossover movie, but it hasn't. I mean, 2020 has kind of killed everything anyways, but...
I will say that I did have on for like 20 minutes G.I. Joe Retaliation today, the movie.
Rock.
I would rather watch a Mask movie.
Well,
I'd rather watch a Mask movie.
The G.I. Joe Retaliation was better than the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra.
Oh, God.
And you know what? I have fun with both of them. I own both of them. I've watched both of them multiple times.
I couldn't tell you how angry I was when I watched Rise of Cobra.
Are you excited for the Snake Eyes movie that's coming?
No. I love G.I. Joe. I can't.
It depends. Are they going to do the Snake Eyes in this movie what they did in Rise of Cobra?
With lips?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, yeah.
He doesn't need lips. It doesn't move.
Why are they putting lips on his mask? It makes no sense.
What is wrong with you people?
I don't know what they're going to do with him. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Brad, you have some good news here. 2020 may be shitty. Our favorite comic expo, Cincinnati Comic Expo, was canceled this year.
Did you say maybe shitty?
Maybe it's looking that way. Well, it's not over yet, so we'll have to wait.
When all
and see.
is said and done, we'll have to look back and figure out what was shitty.
That's true. We haven't seen next year yet.
Blake, we haven't rallied yet. We got 4 months left, buddy. This is going to be awesome. The best 4 months.
All week I've been saying, you know what it is going to turn us around? Pumpkin spice lattes. As soon as the pumpkin spice hits the stores, we're going to start that. You're going to see the curve. We're going to back on an upswing.
The spice must flow.
That's right.
Spice must
You're going to see a spike. Oh, wait, that's in more cases because schools are opening.
I heard you were saying that your kids go back tomorrow, too. Are you excited?
Tomorrow. I am a ball of stress.
I could see that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Parents are a ball of stress the day before school anyways, the first day of school.
Yeah.
Just making sure they didn't forget anything.
My oldest is very he's kind of concerned about it, but we've been talking to him.
Yeah.
But as you said, we're going to try to have fun. You said the
yes.
Expo, Cincinnati Comic Expo, unfortunately was canceled because, we can't gather.
Yes. And this is not in association with them yet.
No, this is not.
This is just something a local comic shop decided to do since there's a big hole out there.
So we partnered with Hobie and our local comic shop here in Norwood, the Paper Street Trading Company, we're going to put on a virtual expo on September 11th and 12th.
Yes. September 11th is 5 to 9 p.m., is that correct?
5 to 9 p.m. and the 12th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes.
We're going to try to get a bunch of guests to come in. We're working on trying to get people, and we're going to have trivia and giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff.
We're going to have mostly half-hour segments. It's all free. Just log on. We'll have more information. But you can log on for any time during the day. We'll have a schedule eventually put out when it gets closer. But rumor has it, Source Point Press might be there, might be on for a little bit.
I've heard that.
We have some people about tabletop games. We may have some movie stars, directors maybe. I don't know. And we have Stephen Izzy from EILFM. They're already on. They're going to be there.
Yeah.
They're doing a segment about comic book movies. But it'll be visual, so you can log on, see us, hear us in that, and we'll have it on a couple different channels in that. So you can find it YouTube. And what's the other things that we're going to be on? Do you know yet?
YouTube, and then we're figuring out the other. There'll be 3 locations: YouTube, Facebook, like Facebook Live, and then third yet to be figured out.
Gotcha. So, Jeff, you excited?
Thrilled.
Good.
So you were saying there might be some famous people there. Any chance we're going to get Tara Reid?
We cannot confirm nor deny that. She did not like our Sharknado jokes for the last 6 years.
I have not gotten a response via email back yet to confirm or,
And basically,
I hope she doesn't check her email as often as I check Hobie email.
And keeping with tradition, Blake will not be there. He'll be out of town on work. So congratulations, Blake. Well done. But intern Hackney will be jumping.
Ironically,
the
are
thing with
correct
the
again.
virtual expo, even if he's out of town, you can connect from anywhere in the world if you have,
Blake,
a connection.
I think you should do this. Just connect. No?
Sure.
Sure. I love Blake. But intern Hackney will be there. Jeff will be there. I'll be there. We'll be popping in all day, off and on, and we'll put in some trivia on that. Some of our listeners, we're going to be reaching out to some of our listeners to play some trivia. We got tons of Funko Pops because we got a whole crate of them.
And Paper Street, they're going to have giveaways in the store for anyone in Cincinnati. They can go down to the store that weekend. They're going to have fun stuff, and we're going to do like kind of live connections with them to see how it's going down there and what they have. It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
I am excited. It's going to be a good time. Like I said, so. And the good news is we're all socially distanced, so no one is close to each other. So I really appreciate that, Brad. Good job.
I mean, you guys are in like Indiana anyway, so you're plenty far away.
Only him. He won't let us come visit him. So
You played game night once with me in the last.
once,
I know.
and then you never invited me back.
We're actually. We'll talk off air. We might have one coming up. I want to play Small World with you. So that's why. But yeah.
I mean, this G.I. Joe mask tournament thing almost ended the virtual expo, but we powered through and we're still carrying on.
We had some rough times. I was going to make my own called Virtual, and he was going to make one called Expo, and it was going to be awesome. Same weekend.
Yep, we were going to have it the same day.
Yep. Paper Street was a little worried about it. They actually divided the line.
They had to step in and put an end to this petty squabble.
So you can check out Cinema Guys on their Facebook page and Hobie on our Facebook page. We'll have tons of information on it. And like I said, it'll just be a good time.
And I'm going to post everything. Once I post like schedule and stuff, I'm keeping our site, wearethecinemagays.com. I'm going to keep everything up to date on there too. So
there you go. So I'm excited though. It's going to be a fun time. Like I said, we got to have something positive this year. Something.
Oh yeah. Let's have fun. Let's just turn off from what's going on in the world just for a short amount of time and just, get together and have a good time. Get together, but not get together.
That's right. Socially get together. This is how I like getting together with people virtually. Let's see. Brad, are you going to sit in with us for a little bit, or are you going?
I can sit in for a little bit.
Okay. Blake, where are you at? Are you on mute still? What are you doing over there, Blake? Wake up.
He's trying to figure out if he can remote do this expo or not.
That's right.
Or trying to figure out a way out of it. One of the two.
Yes. By no means was I working on my D20 Pro campaign.
Dude, I told you, invite me next time. I was going to play with you.
Yeah, you just show us how to win Dungeons and Dragons.
I'll be honest. It was getting old. Brian and I actually started playing Pathfinder this week. Beat that.
God. Man, well, after you beat that, you can start Pathfinder 2.0. How's that?
I will say Pathfinder is a lot better game than Dungeons and Dragons. A lot more realistic.
Is this like the movie Pathfinder?
No.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Carl Urban in that movie, I think? I don't remember.
I don't remember Pathfinder. I'm confused.
Is that like
Yes.
is that like one of the, based on the James Fenimore Cooper novel? Is that what we're talking about, or is this something completely different?
You know what? It might be something completely different. It came out early 2000, I think.
Are you talking about My Pathfinder?
Yep.
game?
2007 with Carl Urban.
Wow.
He was a Viking left behind by his clan.
A Viking? Ooh, that sounds even cooler.
Ironically, that's what character I was in Pathfinder this week. I was a Viking. I was left behind by my clan. Yeah, it's interesting.
So you were Carl Urban.
That was actually my character in it. my
Your character name was Carl?
Yes, Carl.
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 Blake, give us the news or listener feedback, whatever the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, it's bomb listener feedback brought to you by the shitty American two-party political system, which once again gives you every 4 years a choice between a shit sandwich and a turd burger.
They're the same thing.
Exactly.
Which one tastes better this year?
Neither.
I'm going vegan.
You can still put a dress on a turd, and it's still a turd.
I'm going for the one that doesn't have the bloody turd.
Blake, help us out here. What do you got?
Doug.
Number one fan?
Formerly known as. That's right. We always start out. So I always start out with this guy. You know, according to the news, all the changes that he's been doing is going to get put on hold until after the election.
What?
So there's hope for him yet. All right.
Yes.
I just got an email. This is him, not me. I just got an email reminder for AMC Theaters stating that the New Mutants will be in theaters August 28th.
I don't believe it.
Jeff, do you still think there is hope?
I hope so, because I already got my tickets.
Yeah, apparently you bought fake tickets now because for a movie you're not going to be able to see for another 10 years.
Nope, it's coming out August 28th. I'll be there the 29th.
Rumor has it.
It will happen.
Did you with your one ticket purchase reserve the entire theater room?
Jeff?
Well, I bought 3 tickets because I'm going with family members. So.
Yeah.
You're gonna get there and then they're gonna play X-Men Apocalypse, and it goes, sorry, New Mutants isn't coming out, so this is what we got.
Oh, yeah.
No, it'll be Days of Future Past.
Oh.
Better than X-Men Apocalypse.
At least that one's decent.
I was watching on Disney Plus. They started adding the X-Men movies, and they're so random. It's like X-Men, the original one, Days of Future Past, and I'm like, "What? You kind of skipped ahead there." And then
First Class.
And
I did watch part of First Class. I forgot.
I like First Class, but it was just funny. It's like I know it's all because of streaming deals and that, but it's just kind of funny. It's like, oh, Days of Future Past, yay!
And then they added the Josh Trank Fantastic Four movie.
They did.
Really.
Last week was Disney's. Sorry, this is a shitty week for releases. Here you go.
Yeah.
We're just going to add them all up. Oh, and New Mutants.
But don't forget to pay $30 for your Mulan.
You know what? You can keep it though. If you pay $30, you do get to keep it for as long
as you still have a Disney Plus account.
But the best part is that there was an article. They said, what does this get you? Blah blah blah, all that stuff. And then they go. It does say in there that you'll be the first ones to get it until it releases on Disney Plus for everyone. So it's like it's coming. It's going to be there.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, we can wait 6 months. We're not paying $30 for Mulan. So,
but then you own it forever until you cancel.
But if you were taking the kids to the theater, how much would it cost for you to buy a family of 5 tickets?
No, I get that. I don't know if I would be taking my kids to see this one, though. My oldest would be fine. My 6-year-old, 6.5, it's rated PG-13, which is fine. But it seems a little more violent than the cartoon, and so I'm kind of interested to see how it looks.
I don't think it's more violent than the cartoon. I just think cartoon drawn violence is just not as real looking as real violence, or acted violence.
I mean, she's watched all the Star Wars movies, but she still gets freaked out by Kylo Ren and Rey and Finn's fight in Force Awakens in the winter in the snow. So that's the only part in all the movies. She hasn't seen the 9th one, thank God, that she's been freaked out by. So she still has moments that she's a little, kind of timid on some stuff.
She doesn't
really
get
missing
freaked
out
out by Jar Jar Binks even existing?
No. So here's the best part is when they play Star Wars figures, all of them, they always put Jar Jar Binks in the prison in Jabba's palace. So it's great. They all know, even at that age. Even my 4-year-old's like, he's the annoying one, right? Yes, he is. So, so you really did get tickets already, Brian? Or what's your name, Jeff?
You called me Blake and Brian before. Yeah, yeah. They went on sale yesterday or today. We got them right before we started recording.
I would have chipped in if you rented out the whole
You're
theater.
comfortable with going to the theater?
I am, as long as the people who are all going follow the rules. Then yeah.
What capacity is it at?
I think I'm not sure if it's half or third.
Okay.
No seats on either side of your group are sold.
That's
so you're
awesome.
not sitting next to anybody.
This is heaven for me.
And as long as people keep their masks on until they're safely in their seats when they're eating and or drinking.
Okay.
Other than that, they're supposed to be masked up the whole time.
Gotcha. Okay. I feel like of all the movies to go back and see, first off, New Mutants is not my first choice. But good for you, Jeff. You do you, buddy. You do you.
So you're actually going to go this week and see Russell Crowe in Unhinged.
No,
We're
That's
getting
what
to
you're
that.
going to go for.
Russell Crowe, Unhinged, a documentary. Blake,
The movie that would pull me back is Tenet. Tenet would be one because it's that experience of the big screen, that type of movie. But I do want to see New Mutants. I really do. We've been waiting for so long.
Jurassic World 3 is going to be the one that brings me back.
Oh, so
I'm
you're
serious.
gonna come back. So you're coming back in 2022?
Yep.
Okay.
So
That's the one.
yeah.
It's not that that's the movie that's going to bring you back. That's when you finally think it might be safe to go out again.
Safe.
Safe.
What else we got, Blake?
All right. What else? What else do we have? We have also from Kevin at Cincy Explorer said, regarding your takeover of television network, I should say network television, here is mine. 8 p.m. Night Court. Okay. 8:30 The Office. 9 p.m. Seinfeld. 9:30 p.m. Cheers, and 10 p.m. The West Wing.
This is
Someone likes their must-see Thursday a little too much.
This is our question from last week. I love this question. If you were given a night of network TV and you got to program it from anything in history, what would it be?
From 8 to 11 p.m.
8 to 11 p.m. And we did ours. I really like this question. We had some comments on Facebook at the History of Bad Ideas. Dev, the Psy guy, brought one in. 8 to 8:30, Mad About You. 8:30 to 9, The Critic. It Stinks. 9 to 9:30, MASH. 9:30 to 10, Golden Girls. And 10 to 11, Top Gear, the original UK cast. Brian Au.
Yeah, the original Top Gear.
Yeah. Brian Au had Night Court, MASH, Firefly, and Old School MacGyver. So there you go. Let's see. Kevin Howden from 365 Flicks Podcast. He had Lost, and Lost from 8 till 11.
Oh, wow.
So
That jerk.
Thumbs up, Kevin. Thumbs up.
Chris Richardson had One Foot in the Grave. 8:30 is Blackadder Goes Forth. 9 o'clock is Father Ted.
Ted.
9:30 is The In-Betweeners. 10 is Gavin and Stacey. Is that the one with like Sean back in the day? Like the old Jenna Elfman one?
No, you mean Dharma and Greg?
No, that was Ned and Stacy. My bad.
Jenna Elfman was in Dharma and Greg.
Oh, whatever Ned and Stacy was. That was awful.
Yeah. No, that was what's his name from Wings, Lowell from Wings.
Yeah.
Thomas Hayden Church.
And then
Gavin and Stacey is where what's his name, James Corden, I suppose, got his start or his break.
and 10:30 is Still Game.
I don't know what these British shows are, but you know what, Chris? I think that's a fucking great cast lineup. Sure, I'm going with it.
I saw an episode of those shows.
Number one fan Doug thinks Chris was just making up names of shows. So
Gavin and Stacey does exist. I saw an episode of it.
I like that. I like that question a lot. It was a fun one. It was creative.
Can I bring back one of my favorite shows that got canceled too soon? Space Above and Beyond.
Is that the one, the Paul Feig one?
That was the one where they had they were kind of like replicants. I forgot what they called them. They didn't call them replicants, but they were like space pilots.
I don't know that one. I'm not.
And it was only on for I think a season, maybe 2.
Okay.
It was on Fox. Got canceled too soon.
You could team it up with Firefly.
So that and Firefly, and you got a good 2-hour block there. Along with the original Battlestar Galactica, and we're good to go.
Next week, our question, I'm going to change the question up. You get the same question, 8 till 11, network TV, but you only can put in TV shows that were only on for one season.
Oh, that would be easy.
So,
I could do that. There are a lot of shows I love that were only one season.
Blake, what else we got?
What else we got? We got from I never heard of these people before. Amish Baby Machine podcast.
I like the name.
Sounds like an industrial metal band.
Amish Baby Machine. Yeah, I could get into them.
Amish Baby
That's
Machine.
Cool.
Amish Baby
Maybe
Machine.
they get like
podcasts.
Send us an instant message. Don't send us an email. Who's Amish Baby Machine podcast? I want to know. They say, what is the dumbest impulse you ever did?
Impulse buy.
Impulse buy.
Oh, good. Woo. Good thing I just read that. I was like,
Blake, he almost went home with Michael Stipe. That was his almost impulse. Could you get Michael Stipe to come on the virtual expo?
Sure.
Okay, see if you can do that.
I'll see it. Say, hey man, remember me?
I walked past you in a bar.
I was that one guy in the Globe that was drinking against the wall.
There's this thing online. You want to do it with us?
That's right.
He probably would. Sure, why not?
He's got nothing else going on. Probably now.
Blake, do you have one of these? Impulse buy was the dumbest one. We can come back to you.
Okay.
Jeff, you got anything?
I've been trying to think of this for the past couple days. I'm not the type of person that impulse buys much at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think. Because usually when I impulse buy, it's because it's something I really want. And if it made me happy even for a short period of time, then I'm happy.
So hookers are out. That was not a dumb impulse buy.
No, those are good impulse buys.
Okay, good call.
Maybe there was like a bad comic book I bought that, but I can't even think.
Rob Layfield. How about Rob Layfield comic book?
I bought a lot of those early Image comic books, so maybe.
Oh yeah, I have a ton of those. Now they're worth nothing, and you can't get rid of them.
I wonder.
They're good to use for kindling, so I got some kindling in my closet.
Maybe we could get Eric Larson on. What's he doing now?
Well, yeah, what's he got going on? I'm sure he can get on with us. Or
Rob Layfield. Tom McFarlane's still trying to make Spawn, the cartoon series, happen for the last 40 years.
Who did Shadowhawk?
Jim V something.
Yes. Yeah, we could probably get him. I don't know what he's up to these days.
He doesn't know either.
Jim Lee at least still has a job.
Yeah.
I'm going to say my dumbest one. Oh, jeez. Jim Valentino is Shadowhawk.
There you go. Yep.
I
have some of those issues.
That wasn't right.
Let's see. So my dumbest impulse buy was from Spencer's when I was 18 or whatever, 20 maybe. I don't even know. And I got, what'd you say? A dildo?
Got a dildo?
No. That's not a dumb buy. Anyways, So what we got?
That's useful.
Yeah, come on, Jeff. This thing was pointless. It was a Beavis and Butthead sitting on a couch about that, about 8 inches tall, and you put it on top of your TV, and you had a sensor in it. Every time you switched the TV channel, they would make a comment. And there's about 10
dumb impulse buy. That sounds amazing.
It was
Sounds
awesome.
Sounds like a good deal, man. What are you complaining about?
Because it wouldn't read the remote 90% of the time. And then other times you could be like in the other room and it just starts talking. And like, what the fuck is that? So that was the dumbest impulse buy I've ever had. That was awful. And I'm
So you never bought the singing fish then?
I did for a gag gift for my dad for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
The Beavis and Butthead was
they sold that to you, and someone was sitting there. Someone bought it.
and I'm not even a Beavis and Butthead fan. Like I don't even know why I got it. So, damn you, Spencer. Brian or Brad, you got anything?
Man, I can't. I mean, I impulse buy too much, so I'm sure that there's something that I wished I didn't buy, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. I move on to the next one.
Just the opposite of me.
I do a lot of dumb impulse buys too. I gotta think of the other ones. I don't know what.
I mean, I used to before. I met my wife the first time when I lived in Colorado. She came out to visit me, and I used to every Tuesday I'd go whatever movies and buy like 5-6 movies. So we go to Target that day, and I have like this stack, and she's like, do you need all those? And I'm like, well, yeah, they all came out this week. Like,
they're new movie. They're the new releases.
Yeah.
I have to get the Fantastic
So I probably
Four.
have plenty of those. Yeah.
I have to get
those G.I.
Four.
Joe movies.
Oh. I don't even know. I think I'm having a stroke this week. Blake, do you have any impulse buys?
Is that a sign of COVID? Do you have COVID?
I don't know.
Memory loss? I don't know. I feel like every day they come out with something new. It's like, well, if you have this, you might have early signs of COVID.
If you have body hair, you have COVID. Wait, what? Wait a minute.
Whew, I'm safe.
Blake, you got anything? Or are you moving on?
I think he moved on.
Do you see Alyssa Milano posting in there about she claiming COVID is making her hair fall out?
Yeah, I saw that because she had it back in March, I think. March or April.
Or something weird. I thought her hair was falling out because of Trump.
Down the hall.
Past the bathroom.
I mean, come on now. Get it right.
I will say, I really hope that COVID is somewhat under control by the time the election rolls around, just so we can record a podcast in person on election night. That's all I want.
Define in control, because apparently, depending on who you talk to, it's under control.
By
zero,
Jason's standards.
my standards, zero
Well,
cases.
That's not going to happen.
Even New Zealand let me down. Damn you, New Zealand!
all my kids say now is they can't do this or can't do that. And we're like, well, if that guy wouldn't have eaten a bat, we'd be fine.
I don't think that's scientifically proven yet. But you know what?
I thought it was scientifically proven that he didn't actually eat a bat.
I'll be honest, Brad. Your kids sound more intelligent than 90% of the government, so I'm with you. Go for it. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Blake, move on.
Yes. So there you go, Amish Baby Machine podcast. I hope we answered your question.
I'm gonna have to look up Amish Baby Machine now.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, Amish Baby Machine, they're good people. We've been, at least I've been tweeting with them for years now. So
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So the secret is the cat's out of the bag. Okay.
It's actually Jeff in secret.
no, I can't take credit for their clever tweets.
There you go.
I already follow him and I didn't even know it. Look at that.
There you go.
So apparently I've been following him for a while.
They voted G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I'm going to unfollow him now. If they vote G.I. Joe.
Wait, what else you got, Blake?
From Dev, the big Psy guy. He said, what sport would be made better by requiring the athletes to get drunk first?
Every sport.
Every single one of them.
Specifically, figure skating.
Ooh.
How about couples figure skating?
Yes, pairs figure skating.
Pairs figure skating.
What about curling?
I think they are
They
drunk.
are-
I
Get
think,
drunk.
yeah, I think they actually might do well. If you want to see them do better, I mean, they might do better.
I was going to say synchronized swimming.
This is,
So
diving would
you'd
be
have to change it to unsynchronized swimming.
Unsynchronized swimming. Formula One
So, I mean-
racing.
Yeah.
It looked like a Mario
IndyCar, NASCAR, yeah, all that stuff.
I would love to
It's
see like
sport.
AJ Foyt throwing a turtle shell out there. Dang it! I like Formula One race. I didn't go with that. So that was a good
What about
question.
golf? I want to see him.
I've seen
Tiger
some
get out there and
golfers.
just-
It's just not that impressive.
I'll be honest. You could have topless golfers, male and females, and I'm still not watching golf on TV. I'm still not. Nope. Bottomless,
Nope,
maybe,
no, sir,
but not
don't like
topless.
it.
Nope. Of course, golf has their highest ratings in the last couple weeks because there's nothing else on. But yeah, they've had record viewership. Good for them. What else? We
I
got?
didn't watch.
People like sport. There's a sport. Something we can watch it.
I've been watching Rubik's Cube Speed Cubers more. Been really excited about that.
Maybe
You
we
watch-
can get a speed cuber on our expo.
I don't think it would take much. You want to do a podcast?
You think we can get cup stackers? I think that's a sport. That,
It is on ESPN too. Cub Stackers,
Yeah, cup stackers. Yeah.
stupid robot fighting. That's another one. What you got? What you got, Blake? What else?
Lost him again.
he's muted.
Blake, you're coming.
I'm on mute again.
Yep. What you got?
We're going to end it again with Professor Number One and Doctor Number One says, what fictional villains would make the best presidential / vice president ticket? I mean, other than what's real?
Yes, yeah, it's got to be
Those
fictional.
aren't fictional villains. Those are real to life villains
Oh,
that are currently running for office.
I see. Okay. Well,
Well,
yeah.
I'll throw out my
Mhm.
ticket. I'm going The Wicked Witch of the West and Syndrome.
Oh, Syndrome's good because he's just an egotistical bastard. Okay, he's petty. He's very petty, so I could see that. Okay,
But he's doing his best to make everyone equal.
that's
If
communism.
everyone's special, then nobody
That's
is.
true. That is true. I'm going to say I think Cruella DeVille could do good. Everybody would have a jacket.
Yeah, I think your people who like animals won't agree with that.
Well, then to offset it, we could get the hunter that shot Bambi. So that would really get that feel. I think that would be good.
Bambi's mom. I mean,
Yeah.
Bambi
Yes.
survived.
Bambi's mom. Sorry, not in my version. Bambi got shot too. Fuck that deer. Blake, what do you got?
I thought
Yeah, them.
what's his name? Xanax? What's his name?
Thanos?
Thanos.
Thanos. Yeah.
I like Xanax better,
I'd
but
vote for
okay.
him. I'd vote for him. I'm beginning to agree that we could probably do it half of everybody.
That's actually not a bad one. Who would be vice president with him?
The,
Oh,
Mitch
that other
McConnell.
guy, you know,
Mitch
That other
McConnell.
guy.
the other
about-
guy that was supposed to be a bad guy but didn't get to be a big role of being a bad guy.
Every
Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
there you go, Thanos and Steppenwolf. There you go. Make it happen.
Yeah, there you go. We can make it a crossover, Marvel
There you
and
go.
DC.
there you
Thanos,
go.
Steppenwolf
Cross
2020.
party aisles. I like
There you
it.
go.
Brad, you got
And that
anyone?
way we'll get the MCU and the
DC.
and the DC votes.
I like that
That's
one.
the way.
Bringing it back to Spawn. What about the clown / Violator? You
Oh.
could kind of buy both in one right there.
Oh,
Not the one from the movie, though.
Oh,
Oh.
come on, John
I
Leguizamo,
don't want John Leguizamo sounding president.
where he's all just like slobbering everywhere. And
you know what?
talking.
I like that, but you could do the Violator and Pennywise, the clown. That gets the double
that
the
would be
clown
good.
vote. Double the clown. Kids would eat their vegetables. If not, Pennywise is coming to your house.
Violator Pennywise, that is a good ticket. You're right.
I wouldn't vote against them. They would haunt me. You could even do Pennywise and Freddy Krueger because that could even help. I like that one.
Should we just throw out, Kodos and Kang together on the same ticket?
Don't blame me. I like that one. I like that one.
How about Bizarro? I mean, that's what we're living in right now, so might as well just go full bore.
So with
And
Bizarro,
Solomon Grundy?
oh, I like that. Bizarro and Salmon Gordon. They're about as intelligent as the government. So with Bizarro, would he tell you not to vote? Bizarro, no vote. I mean, technically, he's opposite.
I mean, isn't that kind of what we got right now?
Yeah, I think we have some people out there telling us not to vote.
But not number one fan Doug. He is on the front lines of the post office.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Some
Doug.
people trying to shut down our way of life just so we can't vote. I don't know who, and I won't say names.
Palpatine?
Palpatine. He's come back.
He has unemployment on Alderaan at 0. Just saying.
You didn't know that he was just sitting in the background for 2 movies, just hanging back.
They did say that was the clone. It was not actual Palpatine. It was the clone of Palpatine. They came out and said it.
That's what I heard.
Can we just say the story? Can we just say the storyline is so bad that we shouldn't even discuss it?
Blake, what do you think? I feel like a good film is always when the producer or the director or the writer has to come out like a year later and explain what was going on in the background. I feel like that always makes a good film.
It does.
Sure.
It makes me just want to watch it again.
I got an idea. Why don't you make a trilogy, but then don't have the same writers and directors work on them in succession? There you go.
So, like the original Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah.
That worked out pretty good.
Yeah,
Although
look,
you did have George Lucas sitting back there making sure it was going in the right direction.
I don't know if you want the same guy doing them all. Look at the prequels. I mean, that didn't work out. I mean, come on. Ugh. Let's see here. You got to stay Brad for this one here. Jeff, give me some News of the Geek music, intro, whatever.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
We got 2 for this is up Brad's alley. Per TMZ, the last remaining. I'm Harvey. The last remaining blockbuster video store is being converted into an Airbnb for 3 nights only. Manager Sandy Hardings she sounds like a Scooby-Doo villain, is promoting the store with a once-in-a-lifetime experience which will allow you to stay in a makeshift living room smack bang in the middle of the store. Because nothing else is going on. Only 3 people will be given the opportunity to stay the night. And the crazy thing is that you only have to pay $4 for the privilege. The reason for that is because Harding wants to thank her local community for supporting the world's last blockbuster video. And the rub is that you have to be a resident of Deschutes County to book yourself in that night. That's close. The overnight sleepovers are set to take place between September 18th and the 20th. With free pizza, Pepsi, candy, and popcorn will be included in that bargain $4 price tag. And plenty of movies to watch that night, too.
Yeah, I was reading a different thing where I suppose it was 3 nights, and then you can have up to 4 people per night. So yeah, and I'm like $4, the cost of renting a movie, and yeah, it's like that's cool. And then now
I do it for $4.
Read all this stuff about how only 3 people can get it, and you have to live in Deschutes County. I'm like, oh, I would have taken a vacation to go stay at the Airbnb in Bend, Oregon.
They probably could have offered this up for like thousands of dollars, and all kinds of people would have tried to jump on it.
Yep.
I'll be honest. I was thinking about renting out my backyard with a tent for $500. People just want to get the hell out of their own house right now. So you could.
I don't think they want to go into your backyard, though.
Well, I'm not going to let them be in the backyard anyways. But you know me.
You just said you were going to rent it out.
I don't have that. It'd probably be about 20,000. I could do it for 20. I would do this as long as I'm on the first night. As long as I'm September 18th, I would do this. Just so I don't have to follow anyone else. Well, I don't feel like Blockbuster.
Well, I'm sure they thoroughly clean up there in Oregon before the next night, especially for $4. I mean, they're paying their staff big for that.
I don't trust Sandy Harding at doing this. I just don't. I really don't.
They pay him with the leftover pizza and Pepsi that you don't consume the night before. I wonder if it's that Little Caesars 2-pack pizza that came wrapped in the paper.
I do declare that I do miss Blockbuster Video. I do miss the video stores.
I totally do.
Some still exist. Not Blockbusters, but some video.
Family.
What is it? A Family Video? I mean, they're 2 blocks from my house. Well, 4 blocks from my house.
Family Video is funny. They still make it. They still make it work. I do miss like going in on a Friday night and just looking at the movies. Yeah. Now you look at Netflix, I'm like, I still don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh, I stare at Netflix for an hour and a half and then watch nothing.
The average time...
you flip through Netflix and go, okay, well, let's see what Prime has. Oh, look, they have a lot of the same stuff. I'm going to look at Hulu. Oh, look, they have a lot of the same stuff too.
The fact that I actually
why am I paying for all these?
Yeah, exactly.
What happened on Monday surprises the hell out of me because normally it's, I'd like to watch that sometime, not now.
Yeah, I'll come back to this one. Or you put it in your watch list and never come back.
Yeah.
They said the average time a person scrolls through Netflix looking for something is 20 minutes. The average time.
I raised that.
Yeah, I go longer.
Hence the reason we watched Friends with Kids this past week because my wife and I kept scrolling. She's like, just pick something. I was like, okay, let's go with that.
We watched Murder Mystery the other day, the Adam Sandler movie.
I watched 10
because we were just flipping and we're like, we want something funny. So we start flipping through comedies. We're like, what about this one? Okay.
Was it? How was it?
It was enjoyable. It was okay.
Okay.
I didn't even get into the brunt of the story. I wanted something to pull me in right away, and it didn't. Yeah. So I turned.
It's an Adam Sandler movie, a current Adam Sandler movie. You know, kind of what you're going to get now.
Come on, just a funny right off the bat, make me laugh. I mean, even that terrible Michael Bay movie from last year,
Extraction,
that was bad.
Not Extraction.
It was the Ryan Reynolds one, the Six Underground.
6 Underground. At least that started out with boom, here you are. So at least it started out drawing you in.
And then it got really bad, and you're like, why did I sit here for 2+ hours?
But it drew me in, and I watched it for 2 hours.
Jeff, The Old Guard. Watch The Old Guard. Just watch it.
That one's good.
That was good. It. I really like
it.
You talked about that one a couple weeks
ago. Project Power isn't too bad.
I want to see that one. I was watching a lighthearted movie or lighthearted TV show. We started back up season 2 of Ozark. Really lighthearted. Not so much. And finally,
so how is your Ozark coming along?
We're on episode 3 of season 2. Ozark will be we will be completed by next Tuesday of season 2. So my wife and I will binge it all.
No way.
I do want to say if any of you, I would tell you to subscribe for the 7-day free trial to Apple TV Plus just to watch Mythic Quest because it is so funny.
I heard that it was.
I heard good things about that. Or I heard it sounded like something I really wanted to watch when I first heard about it. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, it's really good.
Apple TV, huh?
I would rather spend money on that than Quibi.
Does anybody even watch Quibi?
72,000. Intern Hackney actually does have a subscription to it. 72,000 people have a subscription to it. 72,000.
Yeah, the intern's required to have it. We made him get it.
You did.
Okay. So they're pretty close to pushing Disney Plus out of ranks there.
Yes.
They're getting on them quickly.
The problem with Quibi is that they take IOUs for payment, so they're really not making money on it right now. Intern Hackney,
especially after we flooded the IOU market.
Yes.
The IOUs aren't worth as much as they used to before we came around.
I know. Good news is everyone's getting 1,200 IOUs next month, so we'll get that out there. Let's see. Last thing here for news. Again, per Screen Rant, again, this is another crappy thing. Justice League. Oh, can't wait for Justice League. Zack Snyder cut. Can't wait. Woo! Oh my god, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
This coming weekend, be ready for DC Fandom. You're going to get another look of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I'm as excited for that
But
as
he's releasing something this weekend.
just a
Well,
trailer.
he's teased to say that we're going to get more look into it.
But we don't
Just-
know what that means.
Yeah, just like James Gunn is supposedly going to give us a little look into the Suicide Squad this weekend too.
The Batman is
The Batman.
is going to be shown. They're going to show his origin story, which has never been before seen on film.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. I've heard like something happens to his parents and like he just.
I've never seen it. Blake, do you know anything about Batman's origin story?
Does it have something to do with Joker? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's time travel, but I'm not sure.
I think it was something that isn't the Joker like his brother, and they were
think
gonna.
so.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't wait. That and I can't wait to see Superman's mustache and beard in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
you know how excited I am about the Snyder Cut. That
It's
is
sickening.
the one thing
It's sick.
that would get me in the theater. That would get me in the theater tomorrow.
I don't know if I'd be willing to die for Zack Snyder's Justice League. New Mutants I wouldn't either, but at least I would pick that above Justice League. Let's see. So, per Screen Rant, Justice League actor Ray Fisher, who played Victor Stone Cyborg in the movie last week, he accused the former head of DC Entertainment, Jeff Johns, of threatening his career. Though DC Extended Universe fans had high hopes for Justice League.
Well, let's say before the tragedy in Zack Snyder's, with his family, and then Joss Whedon came and just completely gutted the movie. Like there were high hopes for Justice League.
Yeah, because Snyder
I
did
still find that hard to believe there were high hopes for it after watching
Batman v Superman.
Batman v Superman and Man of Steel.
Yeah, my hopes were very high because I love both of those movies.
I think we may have to have another podcast do the expo with us. I don't know if I can handle this. The film ended up being a disappointment. It underperformed at the box office. Many criticized its story, villain, and, the film. The result was partly chalked up to Joss Whedon finishing the movie after director Zack Snyder departed from the project.
Finishing or redoing.
He made changes during reshoots that altered the final result from Snyder's original vision. Many Justice League actors, especially Fisher, have championed Snyder and his mission to release his cut of the film, which will debut next year on HBO Max. However, in the process of voicing his support for Snyder, Fisher discussed serious issues he claims he experienced, particularly after Snyder departed. Last month, he slammed Whedon for his, quote, gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable, unquote, treatment of the cast and crew. In the same tweet, Fisher claimed Whedon was enabled by Johns and producer John Berg. Last week, Fisher mentioned John specifically in a new message posted on Twitter. Good way to air your grievance. In it, he discusses an interaction that took place in John's office. Quote, during the LA reshoots for Justice League, Jeff Johns summoned me to his office to belittle and admonish me and my agents' attempts to take grievances up the proper chain of command. He then made a thinly veiled threat to my career. This behavior cannot continue, unquote. Whedon and Johns have not responded to the comments, but Berg did after his initial accusation. He denied the claims and claimed Fisher was bothered about being asked to say "Booyah," which is Cyborg's catchphrase in the animated series Teen Titans and its teen spinoff, Teen Titans Go! Cyborg is awesome on Teen Titans. The whole cast is. I love Teen Titans. Fisher's claim that John's threat in his career is arguably the biggest takeaway from the latest accusation, one of the most definitive statements he's made. So there you go.
He really hasn't made any definitive statements. That's my problem is he says, he was unprofessional and just leaves it at that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, somebody's unprofessional might be somebody else's. He was being mean.
Did he have a career to threaten to take away? Like, I didn't know. I mean...
Well, he threatened his future career.
I'm still not sold. And I like Cyborg. And I didn't think Ray Fisher did bad. But let's see what.
No,
Ray
I mean it
Fisher
was.
has done.
I agree that's probably Ray Fisher and Cyborg's performance in the Justice League we got wasn't good, because I will agree that was probably Joss Whedon just making that character terrible.
He was up for the role of Finn, and it went to John Boyega. So there you go. That's kind of interesting.
Sure.
Blake, sure.
But we're getting to Zack Snyder's Justice League next year, so I can stop messaging you about it. Oh no, I won't.
No. He was
Instead, I'll send you pictures of Steppenwolf. We get more Steppenwolf. His design's changed.
At this point,
we're
I'm not.
going to get Darkseid, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're going to get
I'll say
Darkseid.
okay to that.
I'll be honest. I rather have the band Steppenwolf as the bad guys right now. That's what I'm looking
they're
forward
cool.
to.
Heavy Metal Thunder.
Ray Fisher, his movies. Next one coming out is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Nothing else after that.
That's because they're threatening his career.
He was in True Detective, 8 episodes. He was Henry Hayes. He was in Justice League, Batman v Superman. Was he in that? Oh, he was at the end, wasn't he?
Yeah.
When you were
little
looking
clip.
at the clips on the computer of the other supers they found.
And he was in the Astronaut Wives Club for 1 episode in 2015. So
How about we do a special virtual expo, and we're going to screen Batman v Superman in Jason's backyard.
No, can't do that.
I did watch Wonder Woman over the weekend, and I saw it again. It was on TV. I really enjoyed that film.
It's really good. I didn't like the in-fight, but
Yeah.
other than that, I thought it was good.
The third act is where
My
it has
daughter,
its problems.
who I was debating on Mulan, I guess it wouldn't matter. She did watch Wonder Woman with me, and that had a lot of violence in it. So, well, maybe it's. Yeah, I didn't like that the main bad guy was an actual god. Like, I wish it was just like, not a physical form. I wish it was just something else they could have done. But I really enjoy, and when she walks across that battle line and just starts taking everybody out.
Oh yeah, No Man's Land.
Oh, my
that was
God.
awesome. That scene is awesome.
That scene
Because
makes that
she's
film.
no man.
She isn't. So, I love that. I love that scene. So, I will say that's one good DC film, along with
No,
Aquaman.
I was going to say, what are your thoughts on Aquaman?
It was okay. It was long. It was too long.
Yeah, Aquaman wasn't as
sucked.
good as I wanted. Actually, their entire handling of Black Manta was terrible.
Terrible.
And
Which is sad because Black
Yeah.
Panther is an awesome character.
They gotta keep him in the background. Wait for the sequel.
well, they could have just hinted at him instead of the scene fighting him in Italy was terrible. Terrible.
Well, we will agree to disagree.
No, we won't.
I was shocked that Nicole Kidman was alive. Oh my god, I was shocked by it.
Like in real life, or just in the movie?
In real life. No, I gave it a C. I was like, it was enjoyable enough. I would watch it if it's on TV, like on cable, but it's nothing I would go out of my way to see again.
See, that's the thing about Wonder Woman I've noticed is I really don't have a desire to rewatch it. Like when it comes on, I'll start watching it, and then I kind of get bored with it.
Wonder Woman's good. What were you going to say, Blake?
How can you get bored watching Wonder Woman?
I know. Gal Gadot.
But the problem I had with the Aquaman movie was like the reverse scuba gear that all the Atlantans wore to jump up and around on the dry land. That was kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Well, how else would you do it?
Yeah, that's their abyss suits where they're
Yeah,
breathing
I'd
liquid.
make it completely different. I'd probably rewrite the whole movie. There you go.
I like Shazam better than Aquaman. I think I like Shazam better.
I agree
I
100%
didn't
with that.
I didn't really care for Shazam. It was okay.
I thought Shazam was fun. It wasn't serious. It was fun. I don't know. I don't care about the character except for like Blake said. It's a pedophile that's stealing kids in the van in the '70s show. I mean,
Yeah,
in Winnebago.
that's right. My bad.
it's a different take on Shazam.
That's another thing at the DC fandom. We're gonna The Rock's gonna be there talking about Black Adam.
And the animated show Superhero Pets. Did you see that? There's a
No.
cartoon Superhero Pets with Kryptonite and like all
Crypto?
Crypto.
And
Sorry,
Batmite?
Yep.
And I'm trying to think of other.
I don't know if they. I don't know if they showed all of them. But yeah, it's coming out.
Gleek? Is Gleek going to be there?
Let's see.
Gleek's
Hold
got to
on.
be in it. It's got to be Gleek. Gleek. Gleek.
Hold on.
Gleek.
Look at us pushing this DC fandom when we should be pushing the Paper Street Virtual Expo hosted by Hobie and the Cinema Guys.
That would be good. Hold on. Yeah.
That was. All right, let's keep
Hold
people
on.
entertained while Jason looks something up.
Yeah.
Anyways, I couldn't find it. Anyways, moving on. Yeah. Crypto. Hold on. Here we go. It's called Super Pets. Let's see here. It looks like it's going to be rumored are Crypto, Streaky the Super Cat. I don't know who that is.
Is that Flash's cat or something?
Oh God.
Fastest cat alive?
Beppo the Super Monkey. Anyone know who that is?
No.
Damian
no Blake.
Wayne's dog Titus, and just for Blake, one rumor is Aquaman's seahorse Storm. It can't go anywhere.
Yay.
No, none of the pets can interact with it because they can't go underwater.
Maybe they'll put the suit on him so he can come out and interact with the other
there
pets.
you go.
I don't even know what to say. That's awesome. It does look cute though. I mean, it's like the Teen Titans animated type of style. It is Batman's dog is in it, whatever that name is. And they have a Robin. That's a Robin. Oh God.
A bird, an actual bird?
Yes.
Batman shouldn't have a pet dog. He should have a pet bat.
In this
No,
time,
it-
in this day and age, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, so
Batman's dog.
the guy ate his bat, and
Oh, and that's why we got COVID.
yeah,
That is not true. Anyways, here's your news.
Hey, isn't
of
that
the
the
geek.
origin story for the Batman? He ate a bat.
That's
he ate a
right.
bat.
That's it.
Just that's how he turned into it. Okay,
That was actually Thanos' plan: is to get somebody to eat a bat so he could just wipe out half there.
or half of America.
It's Ace, the Bat Hound.
Ace the Bat Hound. That's what it is.
He's a German Shepherd.
Jeff,
Yes.
let me give you some box office music here. Dun 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 dun. Box office news.
Box office. Nobody goes to the movies.
Oh, they do. They
Some
did.
people do because number one this week, the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, made $900,000 in its opening weekend on a $60 million budget. So if it keeps this up in 2 years, it'll make its money back.
Didn't CBS All Access purchase this to put it exclusively on their streaming service when it comes out?
Did they?
I believe so.
My son has been. My
Surprised me.
4-year-old son has been hooked on looking for this, like watching this film, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
You're gonna have to subscribe to CBS All Access.
I may because
No.
they have a
You
Twilight.
can't
Zone.
find it anywhere because you didn't go to the movie.
That's true. I didn't. I didn't.
Instead, you took them to the bar.
I did. The brewery. It's the same thing. What else, Jeff?
Number two this week, The Tax Collector made $203,722.
David
Total.
Ayer movie.
He sounds like a shitty tax collector.
Yeah, really. Well, it all depends.
I mean, it is
On how
Shia
much-
LaBeouf, so
Ugh.
he might not be good at his job.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaDouche.
Every time his name comes out, I always have to sing Actual Cannibal.
Thank you.
You saw that thing, didn't you?
No.
Oh my God! Well, now I'm gonna have to send you that thing.
Please
At
send
least
me
it's
that
not
thing.
Come sail away.
Come
Send me the
sail away.
thing.
Anyway, number 3, The Rental made $78,000, a total of $1,326,641 on an unknown budget.
I'll wait till it comes to Blockbuster.
The
It's okay. It's an okay movie.
The Big Ugly made $24,000, a total of $504,133 on an unknown budget. And Made in Italy made $21,000, a total of $73,332 on an unknown budget. Special note: Killer Raccoons 2: Dark Christmas in the Dark has made a total of $5,712
On a $20 budget.
Yeah, we're in talks to get them on the show. So shut up there, Brad. They did reach
Might have
out
been
to
a
us.
$20 budget.
I am in no association with Hobie, if you're listening. My opinion was my own.
They did reach out to us, and I
there
would like
is
to get them on.
interest. So yeah, Jason, get them on.
I will. I'll do
Do
that.
what you have to do.
I've had nothing to do, so sure, I'll just do that.
You can get him a slot on the expo.
Oh, you know what? I could.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm on it. On it. Okay. What about the real expo? The physical expo? The Cincinnati Comic Expo, which is not associated with this expo we're talking about, but the Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 17th through the 19th at the Duke Energy Convention Center. Get your tickets next year at the CincinnatiComicExpo.com.
That is 2021.
2021.
2021. So Hobie will be there. Cinema
be
Guys
there.
will be there. Cinema Guys. Blake will not be. He's busy that weekend.
We may
And my internet's going to
have
be down.
a special
Your
appearance
internet.
by the Cinemaiden at it next year, but we'll see.
Ooh.
So,
Cinemated Sweden.
It's too early to tell. I mean, it's a ways off.
so people, if you want the Cincinnati Comic Expo to happen next year, wear a fucking mask. Thank you.
Yes.
If you do that, we can have an expo. We can have nice things again. We can.
We
So-
can go to football games. We can go to movies without fearing for our lives.
So wear a fucking mask so we can have the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Anyways, moving on. Jeff, what's upcoming August 21st?
Upcoming August 21st, we have Tesla.
Visionary inventor Nikolai Tesla fights an uphill battle to bring his revolutionary electrical system to fruition. Then faces hornier challenges with his new system for worldwide wireless energy. I'm going hornier.
Starring
Ethan Hawke, Eve Hewson, Kyle MacLachlan, and Ethan Lithgow. Oh, Jim Gaffigan. So there you go.
That actually might be one I'd be interested in seeing.
Jim Gaffigan is in this. Is he going to be like as he's trying to get his machine? Is he be like, "Hey Tesla, would you like a hot pocket?"
Why is he saying
Maybe we could use your electricity to make hot pockets.
Why is Tesla doing that? I don't get it. Who's this guy?
All right, I might have to see that now.
Do you think he's going to be a better Tesla than David Bowie?
Can anybody outshine David Bowie?
Yes.
Really, honestly.
What?
Yes. Labyrinth is a
Oh.
piece of shit.
Well, I'm not even talking Labyrinth. He didn't play Tesla in Labyrinth. What Labyrinth were you watching?
The Tesla Labyrinth film. I think I explained that to you right there. I don't understand what's
Labyrinth
confusing.
2,
Yeah. Electric Tesla.
Electric Boogaloo.
No, Electric Tesla. It's in the title, Jeff. I told you.
Also coming up this week, we have The Pale Door.
Hold on, I'm writing out a title. Okay. After a botched train robbery, two brothers leading a gang of cowboys must survive the night in a ghost town, inhabited by a coven of witches.
Cowboys, Ghosts, and Witches. I like it.
I just watched a trailer for it the other day. It looks. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by it.
It has the biggest name out there, Devin Druid. I don't know who that is. Natasha Bassett, Zachary Knighton, Stan Shaw, and that's about it. I don't care. Moving on. Is it going to be better than Cowboys and Aliens? Because that was a piece of shit.
I just actually rewatched that a couple weeks ago.
I have not seen that, and I still kind of do want to see it.
It's not bad. I will say that.
It's on
It's
HBO
just-
Max if anyone has that.
Oh.
Not regular HBO.
Oh, I don't know. I only deal in HBO Max because
No. We don't deal on HBO Max because
I got
HBO.
I
decided to
gotta have my HBO Max ready to go when Zack Snyder's Justice League drops.
Oh.
When HBO Max, lets us get HBO through Amazon or Roku, maybe we'll get HBO Max. But
It will probably, yeah. It's very limited right now.
Hey, Blake.
it is.
Blake, do you have drinks next to you like Intern does whenever I mispronounce something? He takes a drink.
I have a Perrier.
Get ready to drink. Go ahead, Jeff. What's the next one?
The next one is The Real Exorcist.
Okay. A Tokyo waitress.
Not the fake one.
Nope, not the fake. A Tokyo waitress uses her supernatural powers to help those who are troubled by spiritual phenomenon. She gradually gets involved in a series of serious matters, eventually facing a fierce battle with the devil.
Phenomenon.
You ready?
Phenomenon.
It stars Fumuka Shimuzi, Arianama Oriya, Ryuichi Ohara, Joe Hyegu, Yoshiyama Ashaka Waka Saka
Waka waka waka.
darn it, and Sawa Masaki. So there you go. That wasn't horrible for me.
Masaki, that one I'm pretty sure you pronounced right.
Yeah, I'm not making fun of the names. I just can't talk, and I can't pronounce.
You can't
words.
pronounce English names.
No.
So other language names.
He has a tough time saying Jason Brigger from time to time. So.
I've been calling you guys the wrong names half the episode.
Yeah.
And I think Blake's now drunk. So, what else we got?
Perrier.
Yes.
Actually, I'm just pretty gassy.
Oh.
We also have Unhinged.
2020 American thriller film directed by Derek Borte. Film
Starring the one and only
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Film follows a young woman who is harassed by a seemingly unstable stranger following a road rage incident. Oh, it's this one. So it actually is the Russell Crowe documentary. Okay, good. He throws a phone at her. He's okay.
I feel like we've never seen this type of movie before.
No.
Road rage, someone chasing them with their car, truck, whatever it is.
Nope.
It is a completely original idea.
We
Joyride.
haven't seen it with Russell Crowe, though.
Joyride.
It's true.
Does have Jimmy Simpson in it from Westworld.
Jimmy Simpson is cool. Who was I talking to? I know somebody who knows Jimmy Simpson.
It's a different Jimmy Simpson.
No. It was, okay. One of the guys I play D&D with on Thursdays, he's friends with Jimmy Simpson's brother.
Oh. That was a good pull. That was the worst story I've ever heard.
I didn't say it was a good story.
I'd rather listen to Blake going into the women's restroom.
No, you wouldn't, because my story was at least short.
Yeah, but Blake at least has intrigue. Yours was, I had a story.
The story you're about to hear is not good, but it is short.
Okay. What else we got, Jeff?
Hey, my story could have ruined my life, okay?
It could have. Instead, you chose Hobie. That made it worse.
I know.
You chose poorly.
Go ahead, Jeff, whatever your name is. Let's get through some of these here.
We have Stage Mother.
Worlds collide when a Texas church choir director inherits her late son's drag queen club in San Francisco.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Who's in it?
Interesting.
Adrian Grenier.
Vinny Chase.
I was going to say Devil Wears Prada, Grenier, but Jackie Weaver, Lucy Liu, Jackie Beat, Maya Taylor, and Callum McDonald. And
I didn't even know some of those people. Yeah.
That actually kind of sounds fun. I would be intrigued by that. Okay. What else we got?
Also, we have Inception's 10th anniversary.
It's a crap film. Moving on.
One of the best movies ever made is coming out for its 10th anniversary.
Oh, look, we got a
before
spinning
10
top.
big come out.
We got a spinning top. Oh, goody. Blah. It's a dream inside a dream inside a dream inside a dream. I had a dream.
One of Christopher Nolan's best films.
No.
One of USA's best film.
I'm sorry, Brad. Were you talking?
I
Interstellar?
agree with both statements. Be quiet, Jason.
I'm sorry.
Also coming out, we have Desert One.
Desert One. That's Dessert One.
I'd rather have Desert.
Desert One?
Juan.
One
yes.
O-N-E, not W-O-N.
Filmmaker Barbara Koppel, daughter of Ted Koppel, examines a failed U.S. military operation to rescue hostages in Tehran, Iran in 1980.
Oh, this is a documentary.
Yeah. Stars Jimmy Carter, Walter Mondale, and Ted Koppel.
I know how that ends. Spoiler alert.
Well, it does. It says in the summary, too. Spoilers there. That didn't work. What else, Jeff?
We have Cutthroat City.
Let's see here. When Hurricane Katrina devastates New Orleans, 4 desperate friends band together to pull off a daring heist in the heart of the city. Wasn't this a couple weeks ago? We talked about this.
Is it like it's Hurricane Heist 2?
We mentioned that joke, too. It was Hurricane Heist. I guess it got pushed back.
Hurricane Heist 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Ooh.
Which is an absolutely awful movie.
It was
Yes,
Really?
I've seen it.
I thought you were going to say it was good because I was a little intrigued by Hurricane Heist.
it was supposed to come out July 31st, and it got pushed back to this week.
Really?
Yep.
You pushed those back?
Yep.
Huh.
I wonder why.
I don't know. We also have Words on the Bathroom Walls.
Let's see here.
We do have words on the bathroom walls.
Diagnosed with a mental illness during her senior year of high school, a witty, introspective teen struggles to keep it a secret while falling in love with a brilliant classmate who inspires him to open his heart and not be defined by his condition. Stars
Open your heart
Charlie
to-
Plummer, Taylor Russell, Anna Sophia Robb,
I heard her.
Andy Garcia,
Heard him.
Walter Goggins,
Heard it. Walter or Walton?
Walton.
Oh,
It's his
okay.
brother Walter. You know, I know his brother Walter, but I don't know Walton. Molly Parker and Beth Grant. So there you go.
So is this like a new 2020 version of The Notebook? Instead of an actual notebook, you were writing the story on the
wall?
on the bathroom walls?
It is showing at the Showcase Cinemas in Springdale on Thursday, August 20th at 7:15. The only showing. So
On Thursday.
Yeah.
Can't make it Thursday.
I have plans on Thursday. I can't.
I like the director's name, Thor Freudenthal. Thor Freudenthal. So there you go.
Be on the lookout. I think Thor Freudenthal is going to be one of the best directors in the next coming years.
Can I throw in a movie that people should go out and should rent that is really fun?
Sure.
There is
At
a
your
new
local Blockbuster.
your local. You might be able to find it at local Blockbuster, but it's a horror comedy called Uncle Peckerhead, and it is it's one of the most fun movies I've seen in a while. It's a 3-piece punk band that is touring like their first tour across the country, and they get this older guy named Peckerhead to kind of roadie and drive them around. But every night at midnight, he turns into a flesh-eating demon for 13 minutes.
I think this is one we had talked about at one point in the past.
Hilarity ensues, and it is a good movie. I highly recommend it.
Is it the sequel
Uncle
to Pecker?
Peckerhead.
Oh.
No. And after you watch it, you can listen to the Cinema Guys interview the director of the film.
Ooh.
You know, my grandpa used to use that term, Peckerhead, all the damn time.
Really?
And that's how. I mean, I don't want to give that joke. Well, I already gave that joke away, but that's how he says his name. He goes, "That's what my daddy used to call me," and so that's what his thought is. He thought his name was.
I was going to ask, what age and generation that comes from, because, I don't think I've heard anybody else use the word, Peckerhead other than my grandfather. So
Yeah.
That would be a good top 5, like, insults that people don't use anymore, but that could be bad. That may not be good. Just realize that probably not a good top
You could
5.
paint yourself in quite the corner with that one.
Yeah.
Instead of necessarily insults, how about colorful phrases of time gone by?
I don't know if that's still good. I'll be
I
honest.
said, "Good day, sir."
I have been watching a lot of Andy Griffith's show lately, so maybe I can pick some up from there. So
There you go. Because
There you go.
You know, you got your herpes debate from
I did.
watching the Andy Griffith show.
real quick,
You know, it's amazing you would bring up Andy Griffith's show because I actually saw a news article that said Andy Griffith's show ruined these people's careers, and I was like, I almost wanted to read that article.
really.
Yeah.
The one episode today, one of the episodes I watched today was Aunt B was running for city council, and it was a scandal. Like, should she do it or not?
Scandalous.
Well,
Scandalous. So, was
Excuse
she
me.
running on the defund the police?
Yes, she
platform?
was. Sorry, Andy.
Aunt B is an unmarried homemaker. Should she be allowed to run for city council?
Sorry, Andy, you're fired.
Andy,
Barney's in charge of this. Barney's a social
Wait a
worker
minute
now.
here, Aunt B.
Oh, poor Andy.
Got no cotton picking right.
The other one that I saw was a big.
I said, "Good day, sir."
We got a jumper on the bridge. Hey, Barney, go talk him down. I'm sure that would work out well with Barney. No, the other one I was watching.
What would work out well with Barley? He was only allowed to carry one bullet. He was saving money for the police department right there.
The other episode I was watching was that Aunt B really likes this guy, this older guy. Well, she's older too. And she was upset because she didn't want to tell him that she had a wig. She wears a wig. That was a big episode. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you make fun of Mask.
Yeah, I do.
Well, he is making fun of Andy Griffith. So.
Okay.
I do like Andy Griffith, though. It's really nice. I love the show.
Yeah, that Opie kid never amounted to anything, did he?
No. His brother did, though. Clint Howard, much better.
Yeah.
That's right.
I wonder if Opie ever had kids.
I don't know.
Opie or the actor who portrayed him?
Oh, I think Opie was sterile from going to that fishing pond. There was something going on in that fishing pond. There was no way he was having kids anymore.
Oh yeah, that fishing pond was the water right next supplying the to the
Mercury.
I
was
was,
supplying all the mercury in there.
the nuclear power plant they were built outside of town.
Okay. We're going to top 5 right now. Brad, would you like to stay around or you gotta go?
I don't have anywhere to be.
Wow. Top
Well,
five on the fly. Or did
I was gonna go watch G.I. Joe, but you know what? I'll stick around instead.
That is a winning combination right there, G.I. Joe. Let's see here. Top 5 favorite movies about Skull. Top 5 favorite movies about Skull. Now, Brad, did
School
you do
as
yes.
Skull.
school
As in
or
the-
skull?
No, not
The
Skull.
chewing
Not the
tobacco.
chewing tobacco.
What? Now I got to change my whole top 5.
So, Brad, you were an impromptu guest here. So, did you have any top 5s on this one?
About school? Well, off the top of my head, I will say Clueless.
Okay, that's your number 5. Hold
There you
on.
go.
Number 5.
There's your number 5. And now we'll give you time to come up with 4 more.
All right.
We did
That was the
put.
first one that came to my mind. So
Let's see.
As if.
Jeff, what's yours?
My number 5 is Dead Poets Society.
Very good. I like that one.
Good choice.
Makes me tear up every time I watch it. Right there. Tear.
Number 5 for me is Can't Hardly Wait. Ethan Embry, Jennifer Love Hewitt. I watched that last night, and then I fell asleep at the end, or last half of it. So when I was working today, I had it on in the background. I really enjoyed Can't Hardly Wait. It happens over one night at a party. Ethan Embry
Never seen it.
of the famous Dragnet TV show with Ed O'Neill. So
That's what the role you're picking him out for.
he's going to be on my network next week for one season wonders. Dragnet.
Yeah. Jennifer, love me some Hewitt.
Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt was awesome.
You watch that, then you're allowed to go to bed. I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
I will say, you know what? After everything, it still holds up. It's still funny. Seth Green's in it. You still want to punch him, but he's funny.
No!
It is pretty good.
It
This
is.
made me think of one that's not on my list.
What's that?
A movie that's not on my
Oh,
list.
okay. Can't
Talking
hardly
made
wait.
me think of something. No, I've never seen it.
Can't hardly wait. Yeah, man,
no-
you can never go wrong with Jennifer Love
Nope.
Hewitt, man. There's all there is to it.
I'll just have to throw that on my honorable mentions.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 5 for you, Blake.
Other than like the John Cusacks and the John Hughes movies and all the other, recency bias movies you can come up with, I tried to find movies that are good, that people would have to go, oh yeah, that one. And other than saying what would be on everybody other's top 5 list. So this would be, hopefully when you come out with your first top 5 list, you would sit there and go, oh yeah, let me go. That's a good movie. I need to watch it again.
Oh, I need to change my list because I didn't think of what Blake said. That's the response you want, right?
Well, you do whatever you like. I'm this is how I kind of try to make it difficult for myself.
Okay.
But so I got two of them here. I'm hobbying my number 5s,
Okay.
right off the bat. I mean, anybody that's listened to the podcast know that I would probably put like Private School number 1. So I didn't put that on my list. Betsy Russell. But anyways,
Nipsey Russell.
yeah, for you, yeah.
Nippy Russell?
Nipsey. Nipsey, not Nippy. It is a
Yeah,
band.
but his
There's
version
quite
is
a
Nippy
chasm.
Russell.
There's quite a chasm between Betsy Russell, Nipsey Russell, and some Nippy of Russell. Okay.
So what's your number 5?
And if you've seen Private School, you understand.
He
what
can
I'm
keep
saying.
talking. It's giving me time to fill out my list.
All right, so here we go. I hope we did hear it first. It's a tie between 1999's Election that had Reese Witherspoon, because I think everybody's been to high school with a person like Reese Witherspoon's character in this. And I liked it because Matthew Broderick's character is a jerk and you don't like him.
So real life.
I
Yeah.
haven't been to high school with a character like with someone.
Yeah.
who was
You
like
went to an
this
all
one.
boys high school, Jeff.
I know,
Yeah.
and none of them were
Oh.
women.
Well,
Blake, when I was
but-
doing this list, I thought election
Yeah.
would be on your list. I figured election was up there.
You are correct. And it's tied with Bring It On, the 2000 teen cheerleading comedy with Kirsten Dunst, Eliza Dushku,
Damn it.
Jesse Bradford, Gabrielle Union. The only
Well,
thing
we-
missing from this movie was Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Didn't we talk about that last week, Jason?
So,
Did?
okay.
It
Yeah.
wasn't on last week.
What's
You
your
were
number?
on last week because Jason's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about that." We spent like
I didn't-
5 minutes talking about Bring It On.
I didn't forget.
It's already been brought.
It was 2000 movies. Yeah, that was on.
Blake, what's your number 4?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So my number 4, I hobied them again.
Of course.
And this has a similar theme. The first one is Just One of the Guys, from 1985 teen comedy film. Where Joyce Heiser disguises herself as a guy,
Still
and
remember.
then she's the man. Almost kind of like the same thing, 2006, except later it's ripping off William Shakespeare. And it's got Amanda Bynes, Channing Tatum.
Amanda.
Takes.
I remember the VHS cover in the local video store of Just One of the Guys. It's the girl. She's in the locker room with a towel around her, and she has the 2 football helmets over her breast.
Yes.
I remember that.
She's doing it undercover for
Yes.
a news article. But actually, it is also kind of like another ripoff of William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night.
Yep.
It's a good thing you
So
talked-
what is the theme here?
My number 4 is Bring It On. And because I just
You
remembered
tied
it.
that?
And the whole
Are you sure it wasn't any? You can Hobie that and say, and all the straight to video sequels.
no, God, no. God,
Even
no.
the ones with Hayden Panettiere.
No.
Ooh.
Save the cheerleader. And I Hobied it with American Pie 1 and 2. I really enjoy 1 and 2.
Hayden in my panty tier.
What? What's going on? I'm going American Pie 1 and 2 because I really enjoy those
Okay.
films. Going.
All right.
You're including the second one?
I like the second one.
I mean, The Naked Mile is better than it.
I like the second one.
I couldn't understand how they could top American Pie. I'm sorry. Sequels, no.
Second one's not that great, but I enjoyed it. It's a fun movie to watch. There's
Okay.
scenes.
Sure. Why not? When you're drinking and there's nothing else
Yeah.
on TV.
Jeff, number 4.
My number 4, I'm heading to college. I'm going to Port Chester University in PCU.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Ah, yeah.
Love that movie.
Can you
That makes
Little
me
do we
laugh.
know it was foreshadowing what was to come.
blow
David
me?
Spade? Can you blow me where the Pampers is?
PCU's good. I enjoy it enough. Brad,
And that's where I first learned who. Now I forgot his name.
Jeremy
The
Piven?
Iron Man director.
Oh, John Favreau.
John Favreau.
Where I
Yeah.
first learned John Favreau from.
Brad, what's your number 4?
Well, my number 4, my college is the South Harmon Institute of Technology with Accepted.
Great film. Would you like to buy my wiener? He's got the hot dog scare. That's a good movie. I really enjoy that one too. Justin
I was one of
Long.
those that I wasn't sure when I saw it, and when I sat down and watched it, I was like, you know what? This movie is actually pretty good.
That was
really funny.
Jonah Hill, right?
Jonah Hill and
Yep.
Justin Long.
Yeah.
So okay. What's your number 3?
My number 3, I'm going to go a little more serious and go with School Ties.
Oh, Brandon
Fraser.
Yeah. That's where Ben Affleck and Matt Damon got their start.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Jeff, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Easy A.
That's a honorable mention for me. Really like that.
That is one of my favorite all-time school-related movies. And
Wait, I was adopted?
who
Love
told you?
I love that line. Let's see here. My number
Well, she
3.
spells out twat in her P's.
My number 3 is, where is it? Ronnie Dangerfield, Back to School. Love Back to School.
That was on my big list of honorable mentions. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be an honorable mention.
It's very well done and pretty damn funny. So
And Robert Downey Jr.
he is in it. He is in it. Greatest dorm room ever that they have.
Hey, why don't you come see me when you have no class?
I like Sam Kinison was the English teacher or the history teacher.
History teacher.
Face down in the mud. Blake, what's your number? Blake, what's your number 3?
My number 3, I was reaching for some classics here. I went back into the 1973 American Graffiti, man.
I figured that was going to be on there for you. Yep.
You know, so a lot of people forget about this class, but you forget about this movie. Francis Ford Coppola, George Lucas,
Yep.
Richard Dreyfuss, Ron Howard. I mean,
Cindy
Mackenzie Phillips,
Williams.
Harrison Ford, Cindy Williams, and of course Wolfman Jack. I mean,
Nipsey Russell. I mean, it's a great
no
cast.
Nipsey.
Oh.
No
Are you sure
Nipsey
Nipsey's
Russell.
not in there? I thought Nipsey was in there.
Look it up, kids. What's your number 2, Blake?
No, it was no.
What's your number 2, Blake?
Number 2, was going into the depression of 1986 teen movies. This was River's Edge, man. Crispin Glover,
Wow.
Keanu Reeves, Ione Skye,
You are going
Daniel
to
Roebuck, Dennis Hopper. I mean, this is kind of a depressing school movie, obviously, but it's very good.
Okay. My number 2.
Daniel Roebuck was in that?
Daniel Roebuck. This was Daniel Roebuck and Ione Skye's movie premiere. Yeah.
So, like, Daniel Roebuck, the guy who played Leslie Arst in Lost?
Yes.
Is there
Leslie Arst. Dr. Leslie Arst to you.
Yes.
My number 2 is I watched this again last week and I still love it. I Don't Want Your Life. Varsity Blues.
I was going to say Friday Night Lights.
I was trying to figure out what impersonation he was trying to do this time.
Forrest Gump, James
say-
Vanderbeek.
Varsity Blues is a superior Texas high school football movie between that and Friday Night
It's
Lights.
a great film. It is a great film. I will fight anyone that doesn't like it.
You just like the whipped cream bikini.
Nah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yes, he did.
Well, it's not.
And
as good as the
then
whipped
when they
cream
made him
bikini
Captain
about
America, it was even better.
Yes, Chris Evans. You know what? I think I just like watching James Vanderbeek come and go. His accent come and go. I think I like seeing that part.
that didn't sound right when you first said it. I just like watching James Vanderbeek come.
And go.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't judge.
Idols for the show.
I love Dawson. What's your number 2?
Oh,
Jeff?
I really mixed up
Me?
and crossed my movies reference there, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
My number 2 should come as no surprise to anybody who listens to this show. 1980s Grease 2.
Go Grease Lightning.
What?
Go Grease Lightning.
No. That's from Grease.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not as superior as the sequel.
Okay. Yeah.
You
Sure.
There was no Michelle Pfeiffer in Grease.
Thank God.
Is that Michelle Pfeiffer pre or post lip job?
Pre. This is Michelle Pfeiffer at the
Yeah.
peak hotness.
I don't know why she had to mess with her lips because she had some good lips to begin with.
She did.
Not as good as Nipsey Russell's lips, but pretty damn close.
Nipsey's Lipsies.
That's right. Brad, what's your number 2?
All right, number 2. This is a toss-up between 2. I don't know which one I wanted to go with, but I'm gonna flip a coin in my mind. I'm gonna go with Van Wilder.
Oh, I didn't even think
Van
of
Wilder's a good one.
that. It's not bad. It's not bad.
But it was Tara Reid, so I couldn't do it.
Is it as good as the second one, though, of Van Wilder? The Rise of...
Rise of Taj?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one
it
was
was
awful.
much better than hell. That was terrible.
Oh, that was so bad. What's your number 1?
Oh, that was that Cowpad? That was Cowpad.
Yeah, it was Calpen. Yeah.
Number 1, this is a movie that I loved watching when I was growing up, and that is Real Genius.
Honorable mention.
You
Yes.
are awesome. That is true. You know, that was actually on rotation about a month ago. And
I love that movie. I love Val Kilmer in that movie.
and the
good.
moral story behind it.
Such a good movie.
Do you
It
think...
is.
Which one's a better role? Val Kilmer in Real Genius or Top Secret? Or The Saint?
Well, he does sing and dance in Top Secret.
And I feel like I could have a beer with them.
That's true.
Yeah. Hey, we talked about Real Genius a couple weeks ago, didn't we?
Yeah, we
I
did.
think we did.
Yeah, we did. That's probably after I saw it. It's like, you know, his one-liners and comedy in that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, is really good. I think people forget how funny that is.
I think Real Genius.
I really feel for Val Kilmer because he had throat cancer,
Yeah.
so he can't talk anymore.
I don't know.
Ugh.
How's he going to be in the new Top Gun movie?
Well, he has a new movie out, and if you watch the trailer, like they dub over his voice.
Oh.
With
Well-
Kevin Spacey's voice.
If I had the video
Hi, I'm
on,
Kevin Spacey.
if I had the video
Kilmer.
on, I could demonstrate to you how Navy fighter pilots actually talk. They really don't say a lot, but they use their two hands and wave them around like they're two jets. And that's what they do an awful lot.
They just go like this. They're like,
Is it kind of like the puppets in Team America? Give me a sign.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think you have a stealth on you.
Not like that, Jason. A little cooler.
I think the Germans are attacking. I don't think they can see you from the ground.
Germans?
Do we give up when the Germans bomb Pearl Harbor? Jeff, what's your number 2?
I already did my number 2.
Here's how.
There's the segment. Like, hey, I like
This is how fighter pilots talk. You want to see how helicopter pilots talk?
Sure.
Is it thumb wrestling?
Yeah, that looks like how what do you call it? PlayStation people would talk.
No, that's the rotor on top.
No, that's joysticks on the PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Real quick before we get to your number 1, Mystery Science Theater is on Blake in the mornings on IFC channel, and this past week I had.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
I gotta go back check that.
And I think it was IFC. I think it is. But anyways, it was on, and they had the Space Mutiny one that that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Oh God.
That's another railing death. God, sorry.
They're strategically placed, barrels, on spaceships.
Come on! Go!
Anyway. Whoever knew golf carts would play such an important role?
It wasn't golf carts. It was the
space travel.
It was the grocery store cleaning machines that they raced in.
Yeah.
Beep.
What's your number 1, Jeff?
And I wish I kept count of how many people fell over rails.
Oh my God!
Obviously, safety rails are an issue in the future of space travel as well.
I love that episode.
They didn't even bother putting up rails on the Death Star.
Because they knew the whole thing was going to blow up. It's fine. Jeff, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is...
They had fire control technicians in the laser tube. Talk about future veterans claims. Oh, I got radiation. Oh, where did you get that from? Well, I was in the Death Star laser tube.
Are they contractors or
Here,
soldiers?
fill these papers out. Oh, they had to be soldiers because contractors would be a little more expensive.
Oh.
No, Blake. They won't easily give them the forms. They'll make them jump through hoops like they did the 9/11 first responders. Come on.
Oh, that's true.
That went smoothly.
I was only exposed to a bazillion gigawatts of laser with no safety shield.
They fixed it come Kylo Ren planet. It's fine. It was fine. What's your number 1, Jeff? We're at 2
My
hours
number
and 10
1
minutes.
should come as no surprise. I picked The Breakfast Club.
Classic.
The original Misfits.
Yeah.
Let's see. My number 1 is one of my favorite movies.
Do you know? I read about that Breakfast Club because what's his name? The principal. What's his name? Jeff. Not the principal. The teacher that was there. His
Richard.
Richard.
Dick Vernon.
Dick Vernon. Because he passed away, and they had interviews with his daughter, and she was talking about how he loved that movie and all that kind of fun stuff. But they were talking about the plot originally, that there was a side plot that they'd never pursued, where there was going to be a girl on the swim team, and they're going to be there at the same time doing swim practice, and there's going to be a gratuitous swim locker room scene. And can you imagine? And they decided to cut that out early on. Can you imagine how different that movie would be if they went to that kind of shit?
Yeah, they were trying to do
focused on
throw a Porky's type feel into it.
Yeah, they were gonna go that route, but thankfully they decided to not film and edit it, or they edited it out, and when they didn't even finish filming those parts.
Good move on their part.
Yeah.
My number 1, to go back to Blake's Shakespeare type spins, one of my favorite top 10 movies of all time, 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath Ledger, Julia Stiles,
good one.
Larry Miller. Love that show. Love it.
That would have been an honorable mention for me.
That is on my honorable mention list.
Blake, what's your number 1? Wrap this sucker up.
My number 1, I did this specifically because it had Adam Baldwin in it for you guys.
My Bodyguard.
Animal Mother.
Bioden?
That's right. You are correct. My Bodyguard from 1980. It had
Chris Makepeace.
Yep, it had Chris Makepeace in it. Adam Baldwin. Matt Dillon, Martin Mull, and it was also I think this was yeah. I was going to say no. The other movies had Joan Cusack, her first role in it too. But yeah, this was one of those great movie roles where I thought it was another movie where it touched on some darkness in there as well. But everybody turns out to be good in the end.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah.
Is this a Ben Affleck interview?
Jeff, I'm very surprised you did not have Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon.
Yeah, no, that didn't make my list at all. Not even an honorable mention.
Oh,
What about Drumline with Nick Cannon?
Any movie,
Drumline. That wasn't bad.
any movie that is based on the screenplay of Can't Buy Me Love is not going to make my list.
Real quick here, we're going to do quick honorable mentions here.
I like Can't Buy Me Love.
Yes, but a movie that in the opening credits says based off the screenplay of Can't Buy Me Love.
Yeah.
Good old Love Don't
That
Cost
is not Can't Buy Me Love. Yeah, no.
Honorable mentions, I had Mean Girls, October Sky,
I didn't have that.
and Juno. I really enjoyed Juno. And Animal House.
I had Animal House, yeah.
Yeah, I had honorable mentions. I had Heathers, Dazed and Confused, 10 Things I Hate About You, Animal House, Back to School, Billy Madison.
Billy Madison.
Yes.
Billy Madison was on mine.
Yeah, Billy Madison, because they had to go through all the grades.
I had Mona Lisa Smile. I actually liked that movie. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and the one I added during your talk earlier was Airborne.
Oh,
I forgot Bill and Ted's.
Seth Green.
That's right. The whole thing was for their
the
history
project.
report.
Yeah.
We had a couple here. Oh, we won't get to all of them because we're running
you
late.
could say all the John Hughes movies.
Yeah.
You could say all the early John Cusack movies. You guys did say Mean Girls, right?
Yeah, I did.
Jason threw that in as a.
I also had Superbad
Oh,
and Rushmore.
Rushmore is funny.
We did Clueless. We did Pretty and Better Off. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Well, hold on. Let me see. Here we go, Blake. Let me see if
All
you got these on the listeners.
A lot of these you already said and all the things we talked about. So,
Hold on.
let's see what we got. Something new here.
Pittsburgh Nerd has Dazed and Confused, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Back to School, Breakfast Club, and Pretty in Pink, like Blake was saying.
Yeah.
Steve at EILFM has The Faculty. That was a good movie. That was enjoyable.
I forgot about that one.
Stand and Deliver. Stand and Deliver was a damn good film. Morgan Freeman. 3 O'Clock High, Revenge of the Nerds, and Old School. Oh, nobody said Principal. The Principal. Louis Gossett Jr.
Old School.
I
I
thought
forgot.
someone. Oh, I hated Old School.
No.
I
Louis
thought
Gossett Jr.
somebody said The Principal. I thought.
No, not yet.
Get past the list.
Well, not yet,
Oh.
but I think someone said it.
Doug has High School Musical 2, High School Musical 3, High School Musical, Sky High, and Lemonade Mouth. Get out. Randall at RJ Holt 666. He's not evil.
He's just handled that way.
Thank you. Harry Potter series. Ferris Bueller.
Well, yeah.
Ferris Bueller.
Bueller.
Back to School. Billy Madison. And here you go, The Principal. There you
I
go.
knew someone said it.
Honorable
There you
mention, Sky High, High School Musical 2, the only good one. Let's see here. Breaker 6696 had Old School, American Pie, Grease, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and Rad. Remember that one? Rad.
Oh, I just watched that with my kids a few weeks ago.
Big Dev.
Was that a skateboarding movie?
No, BMX.
Animal House, Police Academy. That's a good one. That technically is a school.
It's a school.
Revenge of the Nerds, Mean Girls, and 10 Things I Hate About You, and She's All That. He hobied that shit. Unhonorable mention, Soul Man. Nisi.
You completely broke up on that. That was almost like playing. Did you guys have problems with that too?
No, I heard it. His dishonorable mention there.
What was it?
Soul Man.
Soul Man. Yeah, you can't make that movie these days.
You shouldn't have made it that.
Nisi had Rock and Roll High School, the Ramones, man.
Rock and roll high school.
Heathers, the original Mean Girls. 3 O'Clock High, Dazed and Confused, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So there you go. Oh, and finally, Kevin at Cincy Explorer had Revenge of the Nerds, American Pie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Old School, and Animal House. His honorable mentions were PCU, Drumline, Accepted, Superbad, Van Wilder, Back to School, and Mean Girls. So everything that we talked about before. And finally, Stork, Episodic Geek, had Kindergarten Cop, Billy Madison, Dead Poets Society, Animal House, and PCU. We will have more next week from our website or Facebook page.
You know, I was waiting to see. I didn't bring this up immediately, but I was waiting to see if this would be on somebody's list. If somebody had like culture, but I'm in the wrong place.
Culture.
So as I was on the interwebs trying to rejuvenate my memories for good school movies, movie I've never seen before, but it seems to be rated number 1 in like lots of critic lists that I have here, and that was The Last Picture Show. Did you guys ever see?
I never did.
1971 Last Picture Show.
I've heard of it, but never saw it.
Yeah, man. Timothy
Facebook.
Bottoms, Jeff Bridges, Sybil Shepherd. You know.
Yeah, until I was looking up things for this list, I didn't even know that was a high school or a school movie.
Yeah.
I heard of it, and I heard it gets good reviews, but I didn't know it was school related.
Jeff will get the Facebook ones next week.
I got them right here, right now.
Nope.
Read them
There
right
you go.
now.
Bad
Do 'em
idea of the
quick.
week, number
Do them now.
812. Kevin Hart and Will Smith remaking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Fuck that.
I think that's too low of a number.
I think on our
High
Facebook
enough,
page,
depending.
we've listed a number of movie remakes that should not be happening, and I'm wondering if this COVID-19 is the cause of this all.
I think
We
they're
got all these jackass executives and producers with nothing to do, and they're like, "Let's remake that movie. Let's remake that
they've been-
movie."
They've been talking about remaking a bunch
let's-
of movies for.
let's remake that
decade
movie.
now.
Well, Blake, it's easy for them because they basically just have the people film themselves at home and then they superimpose them on the original film. They're not even doing anything else. That's all they're doing.
They just put their faces, cut out the faces and stick it.
Titles for the show. I had Pumpkin Spice Must Flow,
Oh.
An Approachable Blonde, Grab My Can, Electric Tesla, Send Me That Thing, and
Electric Tesla.
that's all I had.
That's the opening podcast for Amish Baby.
I had the Pumpkin Spice Must Flow. I Know How That Ends. His brother Walter, and A Billion Gigawatts.
Oh, that's a big word for me. Spell billion.
Billion?
Yes.
Billion.
Brad,
I mean,
you
I
got
know it's
anything?
big.
I thought Gigawatt would give him the most problem, but yeah.
I wrote down, are they contractors and no safety shield?
Are they contractors? Blake, did you have anything?
Yeah, I like all this.
Okay, good call. Jeff, we both came up with the Pumpkin Spice Must Flow.
Yes.
We both
There
came
I
up
think you
with
should go with that one. I like that one.
Okay, we're
I
doing
think
it.
that's the winner.
Okay. Let's see here. Brad, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Even though your G.I. Joe 1,
Yo, Joe.
bull crap, such crap,
Joe. I like
rigged.
That. I like
The
that.
election was rigged.
I like that this election was impartial. I like that nobody on Hobie really did much to sway the votes one way or another.
No, not at all.
Not at all. So
How many Twitter accounts do you have now, Jason?
I got 87. They all start with Blake. That's the title. Brad, where can we find you at?
You can find me in my house.
Oh.
Or online, you can find me at wearethecinemagays.com.
Okay. And thanks for coming on. And
Yeah, thank you.
it was a good time.
And
Roger,
don't forget the virtual expo, September
will.
11th and 12th,
Yep.
not
See you in
associated
September.
with the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Yes, that's correct.
That is separate.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You've been listening to Hobie.